it's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, just once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play your fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, Pep.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. You're still on mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He is not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. I just see a scammer. Begging. Like, we totally fucked him. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
American Mall.
That being said,
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, one of my mannerisms. Relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L.T. Insider, the legend. Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist. Speak to the dead. Psychological style host. Meerkat. Artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Oh my gosh, folks. Funnier the second time. Anyways, we are back here. We are still basking in the afterglow, post-clum clarity of the Ka-Ching of the Ring from yesterday. What songs are stuck in your head, boys? I'll go to you, Steve of the Dev, first. What's been in your head since we finished the show yesterday?
Move it.
Okay, move it. Yeah.
Move it. Yeah.
I like to move it. That's a good one. Wolverine Doll, what's been in your head? Come on. Can't be your own songs, by the way. That's cheating.
Of course. Oh, man. The Water Chew I mean,
Okay.
that's tried and true. That's a fine tune.
Yeah, that's true. She chose a classic. Meerkat, what about you if you're back from getting your beverage?
Yep. I have to go with the Kanye song. That shit was hilarious.
Okay. Well, I'm cheating, and I'm going to play my favorite moment that has been in my head since since it ended. And I forgot how awesome it was, but this is Sasquatch Afterbirth.
I'm feeling this all day.
The breakdown blows are incredible. So it's at that point. We're not going to listen to the whole song again, but here we go.
People like me now. They want to come by. They want to hang out with me.
Machine Gun Blow is so classic for me.
And then he's impressed.
Yeah, oh yeah, wait. Okay, we'll stop. We won't just play all the songs again. Big ups to everybody for joining us today. We got a lot to get to from the week that was. And Meerkat, any business style announcements we want to... Oh, I should announce my new hat. Look at this hat, guys. This hat is tough to see.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at this.
This
beautiful.
is Precision Dent Repair Incorporated sent me this hat. It's a very official deal. They sent me this hat to use on this stream as promotional. This is unpaid, but I did get the free hat. Just want to let you know. Shilling right here. If you need your dents taken care of.
It's on demand.
Yeah.
Does anyone else call them pop-outs? Like the theoretical moment when the dent in the head comes back out.
Oh, pops out. I think it's called breaking pignosis. That's kind of what they always say, right? That's the word. But anyways, if you need for your dent repair, go to Precision Dent Repair. You know what I'm saying, guys? Okay. Anyways, let's get to some fun stuff. First, let's get to some fun stuff. So, I have a very fun, and I got to hit the sound here.
Feeling the wild, yeah.
So, you're not going to believe this one, guys. You're not going to believe this one. This one is a college thesis.
No.
It is Street Fighter 4 Braggadocio, off and online.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So this is all
The
about...
real question is, how would
Yes.
Philip pronounce that?
Braggadocio. So I have a few of moments where they talk about Philip, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, I'll send it to you. Darkside Phil is perhaps the most famous YouTube match uploader and also professional gamer of Street Fighter because of his colorful, emotional commentary. He posted a match and later received the following highest rated comment from his opponent, Lake Earth. Thanks for uploading the video. And yeah, Honda's neutral jumping fierce punch is the only move I know that stuffs Zangief's damn lariat, so I spammed it to perfection. GG. DSP replies, at least you're an intelligent player and I can accept losing to one. GG, man. What is perhaps even more interesting is when both parties post their videos. In one celebrated example, Fat Sacks and DSP fought each other. Unlike DSP, Fat Sacks' YouTube comment stream, the highest rated comment mocked DSP's losing attitude. Thus, this comment contains timestamp hyperlinks annotated with DSP's voice commentary that skipped the appropriate segment. I'm not going to read it, but it has the timestamps of what Philip said. Now, next part of this, real quick. It says, in another infamous round with Wonder Waffle 407, shoutouts Wonder Waffle 407, DSP lost in 2 perfect matches. He did not do any damage to his opponent. While DSP posted the video online, labeling it Part 25, he disabled comments. However, YouTube spectators quickly posted comments regarding video Part 25 on the previously posted videos Part 24 comment thread. Haha, Phil. Phil knows he fucked up in Part 25, so he disabled comments. Indeed, hype is inescapable online. And one more part about DSP here that's in this thing. When Fat Sacks uploaded a video of his match with Kali Power, a commenter noted, yeah, no shame in losing to Valle at all. That's Alex Valle. When DSP uploaded a lost match, one person wrote, "Isn't EMP7 Arturo's gamer tag?" However, one commentator posted, "I think he knew it was Arturo. He just didn't want to say anything since he didn't want random scrubs trying to add him as a friend," is what someone says there. So DSP in a college thesis on braggadocio. That's
and that was Street Fighter 4. That was back in the day. When's that paper from?
I think it's 2016, I believe we're looking at. So long. This is really old. So I mean, when someone found, it could be even earlier than that. There's no date on this, but there we go.
They were going to close the book on DSP commentary, but he was about to leave the camera on.
So there it is. It is still available online if you want to check it out. It's at the engineer.ussc.edu. So there we go. This is University of Southern California posted this puppy here. University of Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz. UC Santa Cruz, this person went to. So anyways, moving on. Let's do one more one. Let's do a more fun one, okay? Because we didn't get enough.
Feeling the wild, yeah.
We have this gentleman that I know, Wolverine Doll. You know this gentleman, right?
The Lightbringer himself.
Oh, yes.
So, we're not talking about the Lightbringer today, unfortunately, but Philip was mentioned in this video.
Yes. Kara, the Lightbringer, because he hates to be called that.
Yes, don't call him that. Do not call him that. The Power Rangers videos are done when they're done. All right, we'll move on.
That is so good. It's so amazing. But also, Atop the Fourth Wall movie is hilariously bad. And all those people that make the shitty YouTube movies but think they're like Tarantino or something, and then they do like directors, what was that called? Whatever the fuck, you know what I mean. Where they comment on how they made the movie. It's peak unironic entertainment.
Yes, I even if you don't like those videos that the guy with the glasses made.
Oh yeah.
The commentary tracks are very good.
the terrible Channel Awesome movies are trying to be comedies. This guy's movie is trying to be an incredibly emotional drama.
Yes, and
which makes it 10 times funnier.
It neither succeed. But anyways, here we go. This is a DSP mention coming up.
Ad blockers may have seen this message pop up, making you wait 90 seconds for our content to begin. And furthermore, several people are upset about this.
Now, Linkara was hardly alone in this sentiment expressed here. This was an era in which many online content creators were asking their audience to turn off that pesky ad block. But it was still a very contentious...
That's it, by the way. Didn't even play the clip. I kind of appreciate that more, right? The classic line, just saying it, didn't play it. Just like, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. So that was a pretty cool one. Let's fire off one more. Come on, let's finish one more. These are fun.
That'd be crazy to see.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, by the way, the gamer from Mars. This one is Spawnwave. 742,000 subscribers here.
Selling Gamer says the detractors canceled both my Switch 2 pre-orders. Any positive, meaningful advice? Thank you for the Urban Style Podcast. Here is some momentum.
Thank you for the Urban Style Podcast.
Momentum. This is all making fun of a certain streamer. The
this guy knows.
thing is just making fun of one streamer.
Yeah, they know. Well, hey, from what I hear, a lot of places will have Switch 2s on release day. So there you go.
I put in the
house and head out there.
See, that guy knows. We got to get this guy. We got to get this guy. He knows his stuff. You hear that? He's like, I sent it to you in private. I know what you're talking about. We got to get this guy on. He's a legend. Okay. Anyways, Meerkat, where should we start today in our news cycle, news breakdowns, whatever the fuck we do today?
I don't know. We have quite a few things to talk about, and some of those are lengthy clip segments. I guess you can just pick something that you think is interesting. We talked about this briefly before we went live, so let's go with your pick.
Okay.
With the first crash out, since there have been multiple this week.
Yeah. So this week was quite the week, and Philip, for some unknown reason, crashed out in consecutive days over... Not really sure what is the crazy part. So as we watch this today, we're going to watch Memology's version of the first crash out. Let's see if we can find out what we think caused him to be set off this much. Okay, let's go.
You guys know I'm a variety creator. And you know that I don't just sit here and play one game nonstop for 2 weeks. So when you're looking at a game that's going to be a 40 to 60 hour playthrough, you always have to understand something. that will mean that's a 2-month playthrough for me. And there's not much I can do about it, because if I did sit here and played the same game for 2 weeks, attendance, engagement, and support would plummet, because I'm a variety creator. I'm not just Mr. RPG, Mr. FPS, Mr. Fighting Game, Mr. FromSoft. I'm the jack of all trades and the master of none.
So I see people on Twitter, Will, signing off from my 18-hour stream of Black Ops 4 to get some sleep, but I'll be back in 3 hours for more. It's like, Jesus Christ, some people are just so serious about this shit. I'm not. You guys know that. I play it for fun. I'm a variety streamer. I don't rely on one genre or one style or one IP in order to make my popularity grow or anything. I'm just here to have fun with any game I play.
So because of that, I have to juggle, right? And to be honest, that's why I've had the longevity that I've had. Okay. That's why the guy who started videos back in 2008 is still able to make a living making similar videos in 2025, because
Does he really believe that?
I don't know.
Is this an actual?
I don't know.
I think he's honest about.
He's never tried anything else.
Yeah, sample size is 0.
The experimental data is one thing.
Yeah.
I suppose, like, you could argue, like, Project 7 or KO Gaming, those, like, the edited videos, they're like attempts at trying something new, but that was like a decade ago, you know. What has there been since then?
Decade of failure.
I think this is...
What, are you counting DS Politics here?
Well, that was fun, 2 hours. I think, oddly, this is just another way to never change, you know, just not do anything different. Because, guys, I've been doing this all the, you know, one of the mistakes you can make in your life is saying, I've always done it this way, so therefore, why do I need to do it any other way? That's not a really good way to think. But that's the only way Philip thinks. For every single situation is, I've done it this way till now, so therefore there can't be a better way, right? So this is all just like an excuse, I think, on why I can't.
It shows you how he defines his success as the longevity of it rather than the quality of it.
Yeah.
So,
dismissing all the ups and downs in that time, you know, just like, oh, I've been doing it 16 years, so...
Mistaking existence for achievement, or whatever the saying is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Activity, yep.
I've kept
And
the
really,
variety.
I would say his longevity has nothing to do with the content. It has everything to do with him being parasocial as fuck and needy as fuck and just straight up manipulating people, taking advantage of him. So he can make his problems their problems so they can fix them, because he can't fix his own problems, because it's Dark Side Phil. I mean, come on.
Big ups Joe Max, who says big ups. Big ups to you, Joe Max. Let's go.
Going. Right now, I'm doing a podcast. Then we're doing Blueprints. Tonight, we're doing Minecraft.
Ooh.
Tomorrow, we're going to do Clair Obscure and Night Rain.
Oh my God.
Then there's going to be fighting games on Friday. Every stream, you get a different audience. And the audience that likes that particular game will show up, engage, and support with that game, but may not show up for the other. So even though you look at my stream and you say, oh my God, Phil only has 150 viewers on his podcast, and his videos of the playthrough are only getting 200, 300 views. Yes, but you have to understand that that is separate from my overall viewership. My overall viewership is each game has a pocket of viewers that comes to enjoy it.
No.
Sure.
Actually, it's the opposite.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Actually, it's literally the opposite. And I talked about this on stream yesterday on my own stream, so I'll be short. People want to hang out with you. People want to show up to your stream to hang out with you. It doesn't matter what game you're playing. 9 times out of 10, you are second screen entertainment. You are not the main guy who they're focusing on. They don't sit down and look at Dark Side Phil play a video game for 6 hours straight. No, you're on the second screen or you're on the phone, and they don't fucking look at you. Just be fun to hang out with, and that's all you need. You don't need to be good at games. You don't need to be good at eating sandwiches and hamburgers. You don't need to be good at making drama shit. Just be entertaining and relaxing to hang out with. That's all.
That's why he can never be a
Phil's
streamer.
case, does any pay pig other than Jax Raxer actually like check what type of game is being played? It seems like all the rest of his like big pay pigs will show up for anything, even being yelled at.
Oh yeah,
Papavera in Minecraft.
But he doesn't even pay anymore, does he? I mean, every once in a while he'll drop a $5, but that's not really.
He's the one like genre specific pay pig I'm aware of.
And Jade does too. Jade will say, "I'm out." If it's the me no like this, me out. He does
what
say
a
that.
Fucking king. Whenever Jade and Philip are arguing about something, 100% of the time Jade is correct. He is, without any irony or exaggeration, a smarter man than Phil.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
When he sees something he doesn't like, he says, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Philip, can't do it. Has to roll for 10 more hours. Yeah.
Ironically, I would say completely without any jokes, Jade has the most backbone out of anybody on DSP's channel. Anybody in the chat or the guy running the channel.
He is ready to stand up for what he enjoys, and he's not going to bitch about it. He's going to say, I don't like this, I'm out of here. Fuck off. And that's it. We can learn something from him. You can learn something from him, DSP. Oh, fuck. Audio's off. My bad. And now it's back. My bad.
Yo, what the fuck?
And they'll come back when there's another game that they're interested in, you see? So...
Not my fault.
You have to understand that, and a lot of people don't, all right? The reason I'm here is because of the variety. Because some people say, well, if you just played Clair Obscur nonstop for 2 weeks, you would have beaten it, and then no one would be bored, and you wouldn't have the problems you're having right now. Yes, and by the time that the first week ended, 80% of my viewership would have complained, tuned out, not come back, and I would have went out of business.
So 80% is a big number. I know we're using extremes here, but he's just claimed there that 80% of his viewers will be gone. That leaves, what, 30 people maybe? If he decides to play a game for 2 until he finishes it. All right? That's what he's claiming here. Just telling you what he's claiming.
But what if they have money, though? Because that changes the math. If they have money and they're throwing it at him, they are the 20% are equivalent to like 80%. Like they are the majority. They get.
He can lose like 99% of his viewers and still make the same amount of money if the ones who are still there are the 3 people who pay him.
Exactly. Good point. He could have 10 viewers. That's all he needs, right? That's pretty much it. Once you have those 10 locked in, you know. That's what's wild here is why do the whales never take part in the experience? You know what I mean? Like the people
They're there for the content, clearly.
Like what I'm saying,
unionize?
Like, like I'm talking about like the real whales that have been around for a while. They never talk in chat unless they do it under a different name. They never interact with them on Twitter. Really, it's just like drop the money and that's it. You know, it's really weird.
I think they got VIP access backstage in the Discord or something, or sending him emails and threads. So they don't need to talk in chat because they got direct feed to Darkside Phil anytime they want to tell him something. Hey, Phil,
the parasocial interaction with them doesn't happen in the stream. It happens in the secret Discord. They're not trying to be the fourth McElroy brother. They're trying to be his buddy behind the scenes.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. They're getting their attention elsewhere. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're the ones that he emails when he's desperate. It's not just a look, guys, come on, we really need to hit the tip bills. It's the DMs. It's
Gotcha.
People are here for variety. That's what DSP gaming is all about and always has been. I can't just play one game nonstop for 2-3 weeks. Okay. So because of that, do I play lengthy games? That's even question number one. Do I even bother playing them? Because when in a case of a game like Clair Obscur, I absolutely, I did it all wrong.
Yeah, here we go.
But now, when I play it, I get people yelling at me, telling me, I did it all wrong. What do you mean I did it all wrong? Oh, well, you're doing side content. That's boring.
So all he's talking about is Kick Chat and YouTube comments, by the way. And that's how much those could affect him, because this whole thing's about that, or started about that, remember. Just want to keep track of this mind map here. The first thing we're talking about is that can I play lengthy games or not, because I'm a variety streamer and that's why I'm still here. All right. So now we're being affected by the audience. What I mean audience, I say Kick Chat and YouTube comments. That's how much they affect him. Okay.
Yeah, it's like maybe 5 people, none of whom are paying him.
No, none of these people that are bitching are paying him. 0. 0. Yet they matter. Yet they are also the most important, because they are the ones that are giving him the reason to not change anything. You know what I mean? So while they never give us money, they are saying the opinion that we can run with to say, I never have to change anything. You know what I mean? So they're kind of a big deal in this argument.
Defenders of the third path.
Yes. That's a good Halloween costume. Defender of the third path. Go ahead,
but at the same time, even he admits that a lot of those people are LARPers, because LARPer is now the new trendy word.
Yes.
And they tell him what he wants to hear because they want him to fail. Like, he admits this. So, like, why are we even listening to those people? How do we know which people are those people?
All fine questions.
Wait a minute. But now what's happened is culture has changed.
What?
Everyone wants instant gratification. Everyone wants everything right away without having to wait a long time for it. And people want to talk about a game for literally 3 days and then move on to the next.
That's not true, though. I mean, that's not true with real streamers, right?
Literally not true.
No. So, you know.
Obscure was hot for
I
a
have
week.
to, small counterpoint against that.
Go ahead.
Since I'm a Zoomer and my attention span has been completely eradicated by Instagram Reels and YouTube
Me too.
Shorts
Yep,
and shit
me
like
too.
that,
Me
I
too.
can tell you that for many people, it's just like that. They hype up a game, they finish it in a couple of days, move on to the next one. He is kind of right with a certain amount of the audience. Like, he is correct on that.
But what percent of
he
his
was trying to do in like 2009, right? Like get the day one gameplay out there and then move on. So like the culture hasn't changed. There was always people looking for that.
Like, think about this. Is he doing it? How much of his audience is those Zoomers, Meerkat, is the question.
Not many.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, the people that really like DSP are the ones he says he doesn't have, the people that just want to see DSP play whatever. But he's, like, pretending those people, it's all about the quick buck day one views. So it's very weird. Mario Faker says, why does he keep holding up his stroking hand? He's been doing that a lot. The holding up thing. I like when he says, like, I think it happens here when he says, like, I swear to God or something. You'll see it. But yeah, big ups Mario Faker.
The right hand.
But if you didn't
yeah, I'm telling the truth right now.
know all about it in the first week, no one cares about it week 2. But wait a minute, it's a 60-hour game. How could I ever get through the whole game in a week? Too bad, we're on to the next already. That's how gaming is now.
But that's not how the gaming is for DSP gaming, right? You know, that's just not how it is.
Not how it used to be.
Also, a lot of these excuses, they're there to cover up the fact that DSP takes much longer to finish any game than anyone else does.
Yes.
Even if you are a streamer who is not speedrunning, you are being casual, you are talking to chat a lot, you might not even be streaming that often every day, you're still going to beat the game way before Philip does, because Philip is an idiot who needs to be handheld through everything.
And that... Yeah, go ahead, Steve. You go.
I'm just going to say, like, those excuses are also there because they have to protect his ego. He can't admit that he's wrong because this situation where he's playing games for so long is the result of him chasing everything to make money. It's not him focusing on like one specific thing or one or two specific things. Like Max can play fighting games, but he can also play Final Fantasy. He can also play like Elden Ring.
Yeah,
But
Max
people
can play
still know him
anything and make it great.
Yeah.
But people still know him primarily for fighting games because he focused on that throughout most of his career, whereas Phil has just been desperately chasing whatever he thinks will make him money. So most of that is day one views. So most of that is just going to be whatever the hot new game is, regardless of genre, regardless of like type, regardless of like whether it's related to you or not. Just as long as it will make you money, he'll chase that. And so that's why he ends up in a situation where it takes him so long, because he's chasing all these different games. And he admitting that is admitting that he was wrong. So instead it has to be, well, you're all wrong because you just want instant gratification. You can't stick it out for a long playthrough.
I want to show you he also, after this, I'm going to spoil a little bit here. But based on this is a spoiler, but it just is worth it for saying now. Someone wrote a very well thought out comment to this very video we're watching now. And they put all the numbers of how long he played games, right? So he said 44 hours over 27 parts posted across 33 days. This person was doing this for these 4 games to show that makes an average of 52 minutes played per real-time day, right?
52 minutes a day!
That means it's not really that much for any game. It's really hard for anyone to stay on board for that long. How did Philip read that?
3 hours.
Philip took that as, wow, I've played more of the game than I realized. He didn't take that as the... Yes, I'll show you. Hold on, we'll get there. I'm spoiling. We'll get there.
Matrix dodging the point.
Yeah. He didn't read anything else of the whole comment. He took that and he said, yo, cool. That's pretty cool. I played a lot. Wow, you'll get there, I promise.
But that's just how it is. So now,
I
when
just
a
want to
lengthy
say
game
one
Yeah,
last
please,
thing
go.
before I forget it. So he essentially wants the results that other streamers get by putting in more effort while putting in less effort. Because there are people that, because I live in a different time zone, I get to watch completely different content that is live in my time zone. So there's some people that stay out until at least midnight to wait for a game to drop, and then they just play it for 12 hours straight. And then there's DSP that rolls out of bed and takes like 6 hours to download the game, and nobody fucking cares anymore. And then he plays like 2 hours and begs for money for an hour, 45 minutes of that.
Yes.
And he wants what this other guy did. He wants the result of that other guy, and he wants that success because he's been around for a long time, I guess, or something. So yeah, this is just not how it works.
Because he can't, because that other guy is doing work behind the scenes that is not being directly monetized, and Philip can't do that.
Yeah,
he can't set up a camera without streaming it and being paid for it.
We can't put on our chair condom without it being on the clock. So come on, let's be real.
We can't even decide what fast food order we're going to make without 3 hours worth of discussion across 5 days. You know?
I can't put fast food menus. Yeah, I can't look at what I'm going to eat for
Let me
dinner.
Just bring up Domino's webpage again here.
Yeah. What can he? That's a better question. What does he do while not on the clock? Okay, so pulling Hogan, sleeping, messaging people. Those are his 3 tasks that he doesn't monetize.
Yeah. He's on the Discord. He's on the emails. Like, hey, I've noticed that you've not been around today. You know, we were playing your favorite sort of game, and you weren't there. So,
The thing is that I'm 100% sure what Steve said has happened at least like 5 times with somebody.
Just think of like all those lengthy screeds that we've seen from like his Discords and his messages. And
oh God,
they take time. That takes time. So he's there. He's putting in the hours to that.
And he doesn't like just slam out messages. He thinks about them. He's writing paragraphs. He's thinking of the formatting. He's bullet points. He's like, you're just talking on Discord, man. You know that, right? Yeah. Big ups Melee and May Sit. Oh, let me read this full name out. Melee, May Sit, or May Stand says, MFK, F, Marry, Kill. Let's go. Do you get it? You get it or get it? And I think the most sexual of those is get it. So I'm definitely effing that one. Get it. That sounds pretty high. Do you get it is too long. So I'm going to kill that one. Do you get it? And you get it, I'm going to marry. Okay, there you go. Philip Blaze says, God, this guy, nothing is ever his fault. Well, obviously. Please. Lotion Me Up says, DSP first day on RPG is the worst. He explores like he's trying to 100% until the game loses its way and starts rushing and skipping dialogue. That is a very good point.
Don't forget the first hour of character creation as well.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. That's very important for a game you're going to play for 3 days. Does this look like me, guys? What do you think?
Dumbass the Third.
Oh, hilarious names.
The character creation segments are always highly entertaining because we get a deep dive into his self-image. What does he think he looks like?
Oh, this guy's too big. I don't look that big. Maybe 10 years ago.
Lifty weights.
GBRC says, a theory here, the hand keeps going up because it's itching to stroke his hair. Yes, his hair. What else could it stroke? Okay, well, fair enough. He does have to stroke that hair a lot.
It's out, and I'm thinking to myself, well, everyone's telling me to play it. Everyone says I don't skip it because it's going to be the biggest game ever. All right, I'll try it.
So this is, by the way, just real quick, person that just said that nothing is his fault. No, it's his fault when he tries to please people. Like, he's such a workaholic that it's his fault when he can't please everyone. He's just such a hard worker. He works too hard. That's his personal flaw.
Yes. Well, what's your biggest work flaw in an interview? You always say, sometimes I care too much. Sometimes I work too hard.
Perfectionist, me, yeah.
I'm a perfectionist, yeah. Sometimes I check things too much to make sure there's no errors. It's really a flaw of mine.
Too much passion.
I care about this industry too much. And it's like McDonald's interview,
My own pace, we're enjoying it. Oh, you're doing it wrong. What do you mean? Well, everyone else already beat it.
Yeah.
I've only played it for a week. Yeah, it's already done. Everyone did 60 hours in it. They're done. What do you mean? So, in regards to Claire Obscure, here's what's going on.
Oh, please. I would
As you play through the game, over the overworld. After a while, he can break crystals to a milestone in the story. So each and every time that this has happened, I explore the map and I do content. There's an optional dungeon over here, an optional super to do that I walked into that.
Here we go.
It's tough.
Here we go.
In the game, you wouldn't be able to do all the content because it's tough. For example, there's super dungeons that have opened up that I walked into them level 30 and the enemies are level 70. Whoa.
He said whoa himself. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's high.
Yeah. The guy answering himself is a great subgenre.
He is doing
really
the
blossomed
start.
recently.
You went into that dungeon? Whoa, tell me more. Don't mind if I do.
Bro, remember when he made a point and then he said good point?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of cases of that. I love those. He's playing both parts. Some guys, it's like level 70. Whoa. You sound pretty good at this game. Go on. Yeah, I will. Yes.
I walked into them level 30 and the enemies are level 70. Whoa. Well, you shouldn't be able to beat that. But I...
He really did it. He really did it. He really did it. Whoa, you shouldn't be able to beat that. Oh, yeah. Good question. You underestimated me, other person.
It's tough. For example, there's super dungeons that have opened up that I walked into them level 30 and the enemies are level 70. Whoa. Well, you shouldn't be able to beat that. But I can.
Yes.
Whoa.
Why can you beat it? Well, let's see.
Nobody asked this, by the way. He asked himself.
Please, we need to get
100%.
we need to get this animated.
Don't forget, this is about how long games take.
Like, people have made those edited videos of Jordan Peterson arguing with himself. We can have a very intimate conversation between the guy and the guy.
Yeah.
Why can you beat it?
Why can you beat it? Oh, great question.
Well, let's see. Because, FYI.
Oh, please.
I've played turn-based RPGs my whole life, so I'm good at them. And I played fighting games.
Oh.
So why does that factor in?
Didn't think about that one, did you, trolls?
In fighting games, you need incredibly good hand-eye coordination.
Definitely.
You need to be able to do timed button presses and joystick taps in order to counter what your opponent is coming at you.
Yeah.
So how does that factor into Clair Obscur? Well, the combat system has a parry system. So I go into a level 70 dungeon at level 30, and I start winning.
Whoa.
And people are like, that doesn't make any sense. Literally no other person who played this game walked into this dungeon at your level and was able to complete it. Well, I can. Because I'm different.
Get it again! Literally nobody.
He's got these lightning reflexes. He can catch noodles with a spoon.
Yes.
Your level and was able to complete it. Well, I can.
I'm sorry. I love how he moves his hand to get it on camera because the mic is covering it. Look, he says, "Oh, my mic's being covered. My hand's being covered. Hang on." Yeah,
I'm different. Do you remember?
Thank you, Philip. I wasn't sure
when I played Elden Ring.
Oh yes,
and we finally
great
walked
game.
into the open world map for the first time.
Oh, God, that was fun.
And right there in front of you is that knight on the horse with a big ass weapon.
Yeah.
And everyone said, "Well, we'll take him on," and got completely trounced by him and said, "Fuck this, we'll go back later." I said, "No, I'm going to beat that guy right now." And it took me like an hour and a half, but I did it on that very first.
It took me 3 weeks, but I did it.
What entertaining content!
Yes, 90 minutes of trying to beat an over-leveled boss. You know, Philip's gameplay is not exactly skillful. You know what I'm saying?
I persevered.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was probably like the worst way you can do a premiere stream of a really, really hype game.
Yes.
And like make people excited for it. It's the worst. He spent so long in the character creator. And then he died 36 times to the tree sentinel that is like 10 feet away from the starting area. So he wasted like a combined probably 2 hours that could have been actual engaging, riveting gameplay in bullshit, repetitive shit and dying.
So I don't know if this is that moment. This is from Night Rain, actually. But the person that did that first Doom clip, they did this one too.
Oh my He's got 20,000 likes on Instagram.
20,000 likes in 17 hours.
She pushed me into the fire. There was nothing I could do.
So it's just like that. That was not as classic as the Doom, but pretty funny. That people are trying to make this a thing.
In a sense, that like that tree guardian, that giant, really hard enemy right outside the front door is kind of there for streamers, because every other streamer was like, "Whoa, this guy's fucking hard. This game is difficult. Well, let's go over here and do the easier stuff first." That sent a statement.
Yeah.
That was a statement that the guy did not get.
No.
Just, whoa, let's run into this guy for 2 hours and like bore everyone to death.
Teen Shithands has a good point. These clips are like, this is how you don't play for the TikTok generation. Yeah.
That really is.
That is exactly what they are.
Back in my day, we had 4 hours of say you don't plays of GTA, and we loved it.
Back in my day, The Outsider would put out a This Is How Don't Play that is 12 hours long, and I would watch that the whole week.
I would
now
raw
you kids
dog
got
it.
a This Is How You Don't Play every day.
Yeah. Assholes. You had it so goddamn good. No, you guys have it so good. No, we loved back in the day. We loved it. We
back
still
in
do.
my day, he wasn't handheld by chat. He had to figure things out for himself.
And he really thought that if he didn't finish that game as soon as possible, he was losing money. So when he fucked up, he got real pissed. Not like he does now with this bullshit trying to make clips.
If that happened today, somebody would tell him how to crouch jump up them pipes within a minute.
Back in my day, people couldn't edit so well yet, so they would just put comments from YouTube videos as the commentary. There was no titles or anything like that, the fancy nonsense you kids got now. We liked it too. All right, anyways.
I think it's beautiful that making fun of this guy has become an intergenerational tradition. You can see each culture doing it in its own way.
Yes. Detracting has molded itself with as the time goes. As each generation passes on, it changes its forms. Beautiful.
Telling our grandkids about this.
Scoot Towalker says, a business provides something of value for equivalent compensation. Phil does below the minimum, fakes value, and demands compensation. That is a scam. Well, usually you got to get something for your money. But Ira says he needs a sock puppet to argue with himself. That's the skit we got to make. I mean, that's it, right? Yo, yeah, whoa, that's right, whoa.
Bill Puppet.
Vike says this is ALT telling his kids why he's good at stuff. That's not true. Thank you, Vikes, for the fan fiction.
I learned the pattern. I beat that night. And that was an incredible challenge, but that was an awesome way to open up that challenging playthrough to show that I had the skill level to overcome. That's exactly how I'm playing.
I also have the skill to overcome. Call me.
That I had the skill level to overcome. That's exactly how I'm playing Clair Obscur. Okay? In Clair Obscur, when this side content is opening up, and most people say, fuck it, it's too hard, I'll come back later. I was like, nope. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see if I can do it. And I've been able to do it all.
Yeah.
People are telling me I did it wrong. Well, now because you did that, you're over leveled. Well, wait a minute.
Oh, no.
If I skipped all the side content and I only did the main story, then you would have complained that I missed all the side content of the game and I rushed through it. Hence, I don't really know, I don't have a good idea of the game, and the playthrough sucked because I just rushed and I didn't take my time.
Yeah.
Like you guys told me back in the day, and everyone said that those
Back in the day. We're talking over a decade ago.
Like, pretty much anybody will be able to just do both, do a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Like, they're feeling the stream and they're feeling like, right, yeah, we could do this side content. Yeah, we could do this side quest. Let's go find this person's missing object or whatever. And then other streams, the playthrough's going a certain way. They're like, no, let's carry on with the story. We're getting there. We're doing this thing. I'm enjoying it. Anybody else will be able to mix both in a way that felt organic and didn't leave you in this no man's land of, I can't win either way.
Yeah. Remember,
he's got this all or nothing thinking. It's either a speed run or I'm going to waste 8 hours in this fucking card game in Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Just so I don't have to see any Tifa boobs too, right? That's all that was about.
He's not doing himself any favors by advertising it as such as well. Because like when he starts a pre-stream, he's like, today we're going to do a bunch of side content in this game. So you're already like putting in people's minds the thought that it's not going to be as interesting as when you do the main story content.
Yeah.
He's again, like he's done many times, talking to people that have moved on with their life outside of the maybe 2 or 3 that are still there from 10 years ago. But this is legitimately people said to not, stop speeding through games. We're talking about 10 years ago. People said that's all he did. So we're talking to those people that bitched about that then in 2014 and 15. It's amazing.
They've got kids now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I hope not. But yeah, probably.
You suck. Right? So I changed myself in the last 15 years to be a different kind of creator per your feedback. Now all of a sudden, that's
per your
wrong.
feedback.
Per your feedback of people that non-zero number of you are dead by now since it's been so long.
Well, there is one confirmed casual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I should have just turboed through this game, apparently.
No,
okay.
Again,
So I'm not
doing
sure
that thing.
exactly what.
He has to misrepresent this as like people are saying, you have to rush through this game as quickly as possible. When they're not, they're saying focus on the game.
Yeah,
they're saying like just concentrate on this one game for a bit. Like not all week. You don't have to do it like constantly, but maybe spend a day playing this, and then tomorrow you can do 1 or 2 again, and then just. This has been his job for how fucking long now, and he's still.
I like how he characterizes a 15-year period as all of a sudden. It really digs into his perception of time.
Mystery Merchant with a great fucking point. I promise the main argument of this whole thing was that he was playing too fast. In response to him complaining about this, he didn't understand in the game. We're starting this whole thing with how people are bitching about he's taking too long with games, by the way. That's it. And it's all started from having one day where he didn't hit the goal on Clear Obscure, by the way. One thing. One goal not hit. Bernie Black says
but it was a very bad stream though. He made like $30 total.
Well, still,
which for
one
him is
thing.
like sirens are blaring.
Yes, that's true. Bernie Black says it's not impressive when you're whining and crying the whole time. Well, did you get the whole context? But I know what you're saying.
But that's the thing though. You can be good at video games on a very high level, but when you start giving yourself compliments, it starts looking corny.
Yes.
And it's even cornier when you start giving yourself compliments over being mediocre on a game that you're playing on like the medium difficulty. That's not a challenge run. It's not a speed run. You're just playing the game and you're patting yourself on the back for how awesome you are. That shit is corny as fuck.
That is one of the most fun things to do as human beings. No matter how much you love this person or whatever, but they say they're good at something, and then you find proof of them not being good at something. It's just something humans have to do is show them that part, right? You have to. Are you sure about that? It's like ingrained in our DNA to do that. And Philip challenges that every day. Okay, moving on. Let's go to big ups to GBRC, who says I have the skill level or 4-hour one lucky run. That's true. I mean, he takes so long in each part, you can't tell. Big up GBRC. Gravity Dragons. Yeah. Just eventually it's going to get through. The Gravity Dragon says, congrats on the 8,000 subs stolen from Philip. You get it? Big ups, Gravity Dragon. Yes, we did steal 8,000. We definitely
They literally get it.
What I'm supposed to do, because every time it seems I play something, I'm somehow doing it wrong. Even when I'm listening to direct feedback, I'm somehow doing it wrong.
Yes.
I don't get it. Okay? Now, in the case of Claire Obscure, if you believe that doing the side content actually ruins the game, you have the right to that opinion, but you should take that opinion and you should direct it towards the parties who are culpable for that, the game devs.
What? I created what?
So that just leave that there. If you get bored with watching a streamer play side content, contact the creators of the game. That's what Philip just said.
I know he's trying to do a nice little deflection and make it seem like this is other people's problem. He is the one who has the problem here.
Yes.
Because all those people who are complaining, they can just go watch somebody else that plays the game in a way that they like. He is the guy with the problem because people didn't give him money and didn't watch his videos.
And imagine what that letter would be. You're writing to the game developer, being like, To whom it may concern, please put less side content in your games, because I follow this one neurodivergent streamer who is like forced to do every side quest like a vampire picking up rice. Please include less.
Yes. Like, exactly. What are you going to say? What are you supposed to say to them?
Big fan of that yellow paint. Please add more of that.
What are you going to say?
You know what you're going to say? Next time you're planning the sequel, you put in a bunch of accessibility options. That's what you're going to say. And you put a bunch of yellow paint all over the place to please Phil.
But like, my favorite streamer really can't focus, and he doesn't know how to entertain his audience. So when he sees side content, he has to do it. Could you cut down on that, please? He doesn't have good decision-making skills, and he'll blame us for this anyway. Thank you. Like, that's what he's asking for? It's wild. You choose what you play on stream. It's amazing. And it's all because he doesn't want to get people bitching saying he didn't do everything in the game. That's it.
If the side content of the game is
go ahead, please.
I'm reminded of there's a post in the female only thread on SRK that he left, which was like, you named it this for attention, so you're responsible for like all the horny men. You have to expect all these horny dudes are going to come in and post. With like the implication being that if there was no thread, they wouldn't be posting in it, and it's that sort of logic. If it weren't for the side content being put in it, I wouldn't be playing it. So clearly, it's their fault.
Yeah,
victim blaming the side content.
Yes.
He's abusing it.
But this is also this, like, his feedback is bad because when he follows his own advice and just completely stops doing something because like two people said it was probably a bad idea, it hurts him and he fails. Like when somebody says, well, Phil, you watching like long form documentaries is a bad idea. He drops it entirely. And then there goes the gimmick. It's over. So the advice that he's giving to other people to follow doesn't even work for him. So why should they follow it?
And Tian Shithand says a 17-year-old streamer should know how to balance side quest versus main quest. One of the few skills required to be good at it. I would even disagree with that because streamers that I like, they can do anything. And I'm talking about the boringest fucking shit of all time. But you should know how to talk with your audience and talk about other shit while you're doing boring stuff, right? Okay, I'm going to do this side. I got to do this side shit. So let's just, let's open. What do you want? It just happens naturally, not thinking about it.
Dude, that's like forbidden in his streams. You remember, like you have to be talking about the game and Phil's playthrough of it. You can't be talking about like football when the Super Bowl's on because this is a gaming stream where you're coming to see Phil game. You can't talk about otherworldly
relaxing,
shit.
chill, fun.
Yeah. Come on. All right. Big ups to Husky, who says, I bet everyone had a blast watching Phil die 63 times to the same Elden Ring mini-boss over 2 hours. That's the stuff that keeps people coming back. Definitely. Definitely.
It was actually not meant to be played. Then go complain to them and say, why is it in there?
Okay, let's do it.
If by doing the side content, I become so over-leveled that nothing in the game will be fun anymore.
But real quick, sorry, I made me think of this. I love this new thing. It's my favorite thing that detractors are doing now. And that is Subway. Every time Subway does, every time Subway does a tweet, they just know it's coming. Because here we go. There's me, I had fun. There's Lord Diaz. Getting drizzled with some support would be even better. Because the tweet was about drizzle. I'm going to take you guys down one stream at a time. I'm coming for you. When the drizzle hits, that's me. Nerd brew. The drizzle was on the whole time, huh?
And some social media intern at Subway is having a great time.
Yeah.
They're doing the drizzle. There's Philip behind. Yummy from Father Time.
Big up.
Lip licking. This the turn. That's the standard. Come on. Let's see. There, we got some girls there. Okay, excuse me. Drizzled, you say? Say what? Please drizzle that hot honey sauce over me for the chip skulls. Look, it keeps going. There's Meow Block. I heard a story about a sub being drizzled on by 2 hot honeys at once. He has to do. God damn it. Oh, we just got the moves. That's it. Chris Furtado saying, "Oh shit." Shroom Dukem, yeah, there we go. There's one post bust. Here we have this one here. Okay, that's the end of it. There we go. What does this say? Let's hear
love
it.
how completely unprompted all of this is.
I know, it's amazing.
Imagine your dark side, Phil.
I love it. That's the best. Like, we're giving the Subway account a lot of engagement. They got to be liking us, but I wonder, they are probably getting weirded out at this point.
Then
No,
why?
if there were a good social media manager account, they would figure out what was going wrong and they would make subtle like references to it in the tweets.
Yes.
that
Oh, can
people
you
would go crazy
imagine?
over.
Dude, if they say even the most level 1 of reference, it will pop off so fucking hard, man. It would be insane
It
if
could be
they
as
said.
oblique as we serve the same quality subs to everyone, no matter what city you're from.
Yeah, though, that's fine too.
Don't you know I'm from Bridgeport?
Well, I mean, something like, "Oh, the sub was the sub on the whole time, huh?" Like that. That's a million retweets
Just
in
the
a
word
second.
robust.
Shout out to
robust.
everyone who came to the original Pete's when it was.
Yeah, please. Okay, I know you're not listening, but I'm just pretending right now. Just write robust once and watch. We will take that account to the heights of which you cannot understand. I promise you. Please, social media manager of Subway, I beg you, say robust and tangy. And it's over. Your account will be 1 million subscribers in a second. All right, here we go.
But then again, why do we feel like we're gonna produce a bunch of marketing engagement for a multinational, huge corporation? I don't know.
No, here's why. Because Philip shit on them, and we do not handle that well. Philip tried to shit on Subway. We fight back for things that he hates.
That's
remember?
true. I love Subway.
Fuck
I eat
yeah.
Subway every day.
Hell
I
yeah.
love their lunch meat sandwich.
Oh, that's the best. I love it. I love it. Devour. Wesley H says, to steal a quote from Gundam, DSP is like a man who changes his haircut 3 years after getting dumped and is shocked his girlfriend won't come back. Good line. That's true. In this case, we're 15 years. Hey, I cut my hair, Leanna.
Look, I'm focusing on my sexy now. I'm wearing button-up shirts.
Yeah.
That I don't button.
Well, we can't. That's a moob thing. Commence the jiggling right on time says he's so good at Claire Obscure he didn't even know you can't hit flying enemies 40 hours in when it's the second tutorial.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Bro,
wow.
Bayonetta, witch time. Like, one of the most fundamental mechanics of Bayonetta. 8 hours in, and he's like, what the fuck is witch time? Oh, who cares? I don't need it anyway. Holy shit.
Well,
yeah.
And the OG of Crouch Jump is a great one of that, too. In the tutorial, it shows up on his screen as well. He mashes through it. Great one. Deposit Maker says, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, Phil. It's almost like the majority of your audience is only there to fuck with you. And that's always been true. But in this case, why I think he's latching on to these is that because they are supporting his argument of, like Wolverine Doll put it best, the Path 3 defenders or whatever. The defenders of the third path, yes.
You're complaining to me. I don't, does it make any sense, does it? I'm just playing the game that was presented to me. I'm playing the parts that open up in the story as I approach them. Hell, that super dungeon was actually right there in line with the story. It wasn't even like, oh, I went out of my way to go find it. It was literally right there. Now, it showed danger red, but it was right in front of me. Let me give it a shot. Oh, look.
And then you stayed for 90 minutes on that thing.
Just beat it.
When they told you danger.
And now I'm over
the self-reporting for the one-dimensional thinking. It was in front of me, and therefore it was my whole world.
I need to like in Darksiders 2. There's like an optional mini boss that's very close to the starting area that's really overpowered, and I sort of like stumbled into it by mistake and ended up coming back for like an hour or two. To try to beat it, and then when I was done, I was like, oh well, I've just wasted like my time, and I could have been carrying on with the rest of the game. So yeah, maybe there's a point, Phil, where you can sort of like go, okay, we'll save that for later.
Yeah, I mean, they gave you flashing red danger signs to give you a hint, but,
Well, how is that my fault?
I'm not a streamer, so.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. No.
Because I'm too good at the game? Literally what you're saying is because I'm...
That's definitely the reason.
So good at the game, the playthrough sucks.
And Dizzy Kid for the $5 tip, and $21 out of the $100 tips go pretty slow. Not gonna lie, those are contributions from the pre-stream. So,
shoot.
Hope you guys are liking the stream. You guys seem to be saying, here's the thing. When I play a Soulsborne game, here's the truth of the matter.
Oh, please.
If I'm
instant middle manager meeting while during gameplay from the past. This is cool.
struggling, and I'm failing, and I'm swearing, and I'm losing my mind. Oh, all the trolls love it. Ha ha ha. Well, now guess what? I'm doing good. I'm learning. I'm actively doing well. Oh, this is boring, man. It's like, well, so if I play like a normal person who learns and does well, that's not acceptable, right? You're here to see me fail. Well, you fuck off. You're here for the wrong reason. You're a negative dick. And sorry that I'm not going to be failing every moment playing.
Where can I donate to the streamer?
I'm actually doing pretty good right now. I'm sure I'm going to lose a lot and die a lot coming up, especially when they introduce new enemies and new gameplay elements. But for now, I kind of know what I'm doing, and I'm doing well. Deal with it.
Okay.
God, look at them sub numbers as well.
Yeah.
You're falling far.
Go ahead, Meerkat.
So I wanted to say I love that he is such a perfect storm of abysmal dog shit streamer behavior because like the most basic thing about being a variety streamer is being able to laugh at yourself, because most of the time you're going to play games that just came out you're not familiar with and you're going to be bad at.
Yes.
But with you being bad at them, that shit is good for content if you know how to play with it and how to take advantage of you being bad at games. And he just can't do that to such an extent that other people are taking advantage of that in the form of, this is how you don't play, the shit we're doing right now, the shit everybody else is doing, making fun of him. So it's like it's almost it's perfect. It's just amazing. It's a perfect scientific recipe for like a terrible streamer.
Go ahead,
It's true. Since we're talking about variety streamers who are kind of bad at games but own it, you can compare Philip to like Game Grumps. Aaron Hansen sucks shit at games.
Yes.
People make very similar to This Is How You Don't Play videos about him like sucking at games and missing very obvious messages. But they are his fans. They like him. That is part of what they are there for, his personality.
A variety streamer of gameplay variety streamer, the game is really the background noise of it. The main thing is really you're doing a radio show and there's something on the screen for watch if you want to, but really it's about the person talking, saying interesting things, making jokes. Philip has none of that. And that's really the most important thing to have when you're a variety streamer, especially because if you are focusing on one game and you're fucking badass at it, people will watch you. They don't give a shit about what you say because you're such a badass at the game. But Philip's obviously very far away from that, so he has to lean on the variety thing. But he doesn't have the most important traits you need for that. So we're stuck with this, blaming everything else. It can't be that he is his lack of charisma, let's say. It's the game's fault. So
Meanwhile, Max has both, right? Because he's got this incredibly deep fighting game knowledge, but then like he can spend an evening playing Super Balls 3D and still get an audience.
Yeah, because they're entertaining. That's the hard part. That's the thing you can't just do. You can't buy that, unfortunately, for Philip. YoungBeat666 says, now there's too much content within games, but if they were short, he would complain that the games are too expensive for how short they are. Yes, you cannot win as a game developer for DSP. If there's not enough content, this is a ripoff. If you have too much, that's also bad. So you have to find the perfect mix. And also, it has to be good for streamers that stream it for an hour a day. So that's very tough. Good luck to the future developers out there. Ira says, Phil gets one guide so easily, I have to imagine it goes beyond simple narcissism. Even other narcissistic creators don't go on tirades this long or bad. Yeah, but that's because they're not lolcows, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can survive semi-normally being a narcissist, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're socialized enough, you're
know
able enough to survive certain things. Yeah, it's just obviously that's the problem with Phil is that he's not. So it's worse for him. His isolation has only made this worse. I'm assuming, like Amber Lynn, she at least knows other people.
Yeah,
she leaves the house more. So
they all end up being her enemies, just like Philip. But she does have friends in the beginning, and then they
cycle. She goes through social things. So she's trying to establish social relationships constantly to keep.
She knows enough people that when her cookie fetish video leaks, she doesn't know who leaked it which means that she gave it to that many people.
Meerkat loves that video, by the way. I'll send it to you again if you need it, Meerkat.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm not the Amber Lynn enjoyer, Mr. Insider. Listen to
don't say me. That's not me either. I'm not so Amber Lynn fan. No, hell no.
You've done
no.
streams with Sav.
Oh, come on, guys. That's just that was a
you take day trips into Goral World.
Yeah, day trips. Very short.
Ironically.
Very short. You guys
But anyway, it comes back to like Phil not having friends, not socializing, so not being able to handle things like this.
ALR is not God.
I'm the worst.
You guys, no, I do not like BBWs. You guys are insane.
I know that someday.
We've seen your Reddit list.
Someday the information is going to come out.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Someday
the
information is going to come out that ALT has a secret podcast called Fad Being Fed, and he's just monitoring Amber Lynn the whole time, and this is going to be the death of this show. You're going to do this to us. You're going to be our Fred Fucks, ALT. I cannot believe you've done this to us in the future.
I can't wait. Please release all DMs. I'll welcome it. I welcome it. Bob Starsky says, might have to create a letter to the Claire Obscure devs for Sir Robert to read out. That's a good idea. Get what a hypothetical letter would be if you're a fan of DSP, writing to the Claire Obscure devs just to outline how insane of an idea that is. Here we go.
That's exactly what you're saying. I'm so
that was a good pause.
Good at Claire Obscure. My playthrough's bad because nothing's beating me.
Oh.
Sure. What the fuck?
That's really what you're saying. If you played the game,
what?
Just like quickly, like having a DSP complain fest where people write letters for DSP complaining about different companies. Like you write one to Burger King about the chicken sandwich, or you could write one to the Xbox one about.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, that's a fun idea. Yeah.
Workshop
game, and you were finding all this in trouble and adversity, and you were raging, and basically you were sucking at the game. Then we could make more memes.
Yeah.
Right? Then we could do clips and we could put them on X and on TikTok and on Reddit, and we could have millions of views making fun of how bad you are at the game.
So this is where he reveals his hand. This is all because of the Doom tweet, I think, that we're getting all this.
Yeah. Lolcow or not, when someone is being set off by one tiny thing, that's typically the straw that broke the camel's back. There's a lot of other unspoken stuff under the surface that had been building up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now it just came out. He got heated enough to let the real feelings come out. And I think we get to Kino as well as we move past this. Yeah.
But you're not doing that, so your playthrough sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Yes,
Whoa.
Every one of you out there.
Whoa.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Ghost Games.
Anyone who says this kind of dumb shit, go fuck yourself.
No.
You're a fucking waste of my time, and you're a waste of life if that's all you think. Because Darkseid feels good at something, his playthrough sucks. No, you're a loser. If all you care about is toxicity and failure, and all you want to do is bring someone down because they're good at something, you're the fucking problem.
No.
Not me. My playthrough doesn't suck. My playthrough is one of the best playthroughs of Claire Obscure because I'm showing you that anyone who has skill can actually beat any portion of this game at any time. All you need to do is time to parry.
It's one of the best. He said so. And he is playing on medium difficulty. But this is one of the best. One of the best playthroughs right now.
Says the guy who doesn't watch anybody else's playthrough. So technically, if you haven't seen anybody else's, yours is the best.
Oh, and that, I mean, Crackerjack says it. Other streamers did no damage expert runs. I'm sure there's already, people doing it with a fucking drive wheel, beating that game with no damage at this point. Yeah,
You think anyone ever complains about Justin Wong's stream that he's too good?
Yeah. Justin Wong coming on.
People in the Steam reviews for the games he's playing going, I'm refunding this because I ran into Justin Wong.
It's too good. That's amazing. Imagine Justin Wong doing this. Because I'm playing so good, you guys hate it? Well, fuck you. That'd be funny. Once we get their Saturday Night Live show going, when we get 10 million subs, we'll make that happen. Justin Wong could be a special guest, And Saturday night. Yeah, first host, Justin Wong. That'd be so hype.
Tell me another fucking content creator who's made a playthrough like that of that game.
Uh-huh.
Name one singular one. I'd love to hear it. So because I'm doing something differently,
where am I supposed to answer?
better than everyone else, and you can't make fun of me for it.
Here we go.
You're mad.
Oh my god.
Too fucking bad.
Oh.
This
I'm not
whole
here to
segment,
act
by
like
the
a
way,
fucking clown or
exists
Muppet on the
exclusively because he is mad. Like, he
Yes.
is the person who is mad. So we are having this whole song and dance about giving him advice.
Yeah, this is all about someone he's made up in his head.
Yes, it's the other person
Whoever
talking.
he's talking about doesn't exist.
It's the other person talking, and that person is mad. Philip is not mad. Keep that in mind, okay, everybody? Please.
fucking stream and go, wow, I can't believe it. I'm not doing that shit.
Go fucking jump off a cliff. Because that's about the value that you have. If that's the kind of person you want to be.
No.
You're a toxic individual on the internet who only cares when someone's in suffering and misery. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Seriously. What is wrong with you? If that's your mentality. Now, let's...
Okay, well, that, as you might have guessed, provided us with a lot of comedy. So that's little crash out right there. Dublanc Duvel made this. Yep, go ahead, Steve. You go first.
Again, that was about someone saying it's taking you too long to get through these through these games.
Yes, yes, that was the original.
Oh, that's where all that came from.
And that comboed into a death threat finisher.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, completely unearned.
Dude, how do we get, from you're playing the game too slowly to you should kill yourself? Pretty cool.
It's literally a 0 to death.
So Dublanc Duvel put this out, and a lot of people had a lot of fun. So let's go through some of these. So first up, let me refresh. Oh, messed up that one. Here we go. I got more though. Here we go.
So because I'm doing
Oh,
something...
here we go. It's right here. It's right here.
You're mad. Too fucking bad. You're mad.
That's a simple one. Simple but good.
That's a hell of a mod to make all of the Lost Souls.
Yeah.
Go fucking jump off a cliff. Because that's about the value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be.
Please, someone's got to make that mod. That'd be amazing.
The mod where you can, tweak parts of his face.
Pulled it off. Yeah. There we go.
Because I'm doing something differently, better than everyone else.
There you go. That's another
you
one.
Can't make fun of me for it.
Uh-huh.
You're mad.
There's that one. There was this one too. It said, "What hell for detractors look like?" But I don't get the comment because, really, the person pushing Phil up the hill is the 5 whales. I mean, that's what it literally is. I don't know what kind of statement this person was trying to make. What hell for detractors look like? But you're looking at a live look-in view to the whales of DSP right here.
Well, Sisyphus wasn't being punished for pushing rocks too much.
Yeah.
They gave him a task he hated, so...
Yeah.
Too fucking bad.
Yeah, I guess, but...
Go fucking jump off a cliff.
This is OIC right here,
That you have if that's the kind of person you want
Spamtech,
to
it's
be.
interesting you mentioned that.
Oh, yeah. Spamtech, what a great idea. You said you should make Zordon? Well... I did it.
Some genius did, yeah.
Better than everyone else, and you can't make fun of me for it. You're mad. Too fucking bad. Go fucking jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Because that's about the value that you have if that's the kind of person you want to be. You're a toxic individual on the internet who only cares when
We got to get the Thomas guy. It's tipping time.
My first thought was Holly from Red Dwarf.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's tipping time. Sub bomb, go. What's that?
Chat, go.
Member Bob, go! With our powers combined, we will defeat the Argentinian devil. Yeah.
Form the Begazord.
With your powers combined, we are 100 tips goals. Yeah.
It's the Green Ranger with his behind-the-scenes tip powers.
PayPal donation, go! Whoa, it's a chargeback. You gotta fight the chargeback.
But also, I want to point out before we've completely moved on from the chill
please.
yourself segment.
Yes.
How are you going to tell somebody to kill themselves and sound so non-threatening? And you sound like you're scared. Like at least like LTG when he did it, it was like a cool promo. He had confidence in his voice.
Yeah.
He carried himself like with attitude and confidence. And this guy seems like he's scared and like he's being the one being bullied, which is what is happening, but it doesn't have to look like that.
No. Okay, so he right now, guys. Of course, Philip gets bullied online. Right now, Philip though is talking about someone complaining that his playthrough is going too slowly. That's the only thing he's talking about. You know what I mean? It's like insanity to complain about that to this level. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I think the difference is like LTG wasn't trying to convince people that he wasn't mad. That they were. I am mad, and I'm yeah. Like, listen, I'm mad, and I want you. I'm not mad. You're mad. I'm not mad.
Fuck off.
Please don't put in the paper that I'm mad.
The only person with less emotional intelligence than low tier God.
We're looking at him.
I want to do moving forward is actually figure out, do I play lengthy games? Because I don't see a way to do it and keep attention on me. To be honest, I feel like the modern gaming industry, you literally only get, sadly, a week to talk about a game. After that, it's absolutely true that everyone's on to the next topic, on to the next trend, on to the next thing.
Yes.
This is why I've told you guys for years, I'm apprehensive about actually playing lengthy games.
Ban someone there.
Okay?
Ban someone there.
I don't know what else to do. Because I don't know how to make those playthroughs viable. I don't know how to make them work. Even if I had rushed through Claire Obscure and only done the story, I think we see a problem here.
I don't know how I get people to watch these streams as I'm banning people.
yeah, that's very ironic. This is also because his night streams now are legitimately 150 viewed streams. I mean, that's another problem he has. His viewership is definitely dipping. So
people say your playthrough.
Oh, is it the first yet? I think we could check Social Blade for how he did. I'll check it out. Let me push play first.
Sucks.
Maybe tomorrow.
I think we see a problem here, and the problem isn't me. The problem is you.
People are just lazy and don't want to come out to the streams.
What the fuck?
He just said the fucking quiet part loud right there.
Okay, so the Social Blade is updated. So just for some reference here, in January we had 500,000 views. In February we had 410,000 views. In March we had 495,000. In April 432. In May 453. So right the same as last month, by the way. So less than 500,000, which would put that at the 5th least watched month of DSP gaming in history. 5th least watched.
Wow.
So, and that's not counting the ones where he's deleted videos and all that shit, obviously.
And toxic. People out there who are never satisfied at all, no matter what I do. I can't please those people. Do you understand? It doesn't matter how I play a game. They're always going to whine and bitch and complain about it.
If you're just going to sit here and whine like a little fucking bitch for 20 fucking minutes about stuff, the motivations.
I'm focusing on this giant crowd of losers on the internet who all they want to do is be...
Wait. He says this literally. Why focus on the crowd of losers? What are we doing right now?
I'll ban you myself.
Please.
Stupid little whiny baby. Suck my dick.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of focusing on
Wait, he wants a baby to suck his dick?
That was strange. Yes, it was strange.
Yeah, that was a you eat pieces of shit for breakfast moment.
Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah.
A crowd of losers on the internet who all they want to do is be toxic. I need to hone in on the factors that make people who actually like my content come by and engage and support with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is,
please,
what happened with Claire Obscure where we were getting that attention, we were getting that support, and all of a sudden, yesterday it fell off? What happened with Blueprints that we were having people come by and say, listen, please make this a day stream because we love this game and we want the playthrough to continue and we'll support it. But then we're not getting that support anymore. What happened, right?
We're talking to 5 people at maximum right now. It's wild. This is insane.
The change. Is it because it's too long? In the case of Blueprints, it really, really baffles me because we're actually now unraveling the game-long mysteries.
Yeah, no one cares. Everyone checks out. He gets 110 viewers for that game.
That have been big questions the entire time.
No one cares.
And now we're getting those answers, and we're getting near the end of the game. We've opened 3 out of the 8 final doors. We're starting to piece together the clues we can do to solve the puzzles behind those doors. And that's literally the end of the game. So what?
He's thinking he should get money for that, by the way. That's why he said all that stuff. Based on all these factors, I should be getting money, clearly. I'm near the end of the game.
We're doing begging Mad Libs. If you like _ please tip.
We got to make that happen. Street Panda, make that happen. Mad Lib style.
What's next, right? Like why?
Yeah, why are you not giving me money, guys? I'm near the end of the game. Hello?
Losing audience. Why are we losing support for Blueprints? I'm actually stumped.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, your playthroughs suck. You're
Yes.
boring. It's not. That's
it's not that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear
Don't say those
the actual
options. Those aren't actual options, by the way. Dumb fucks.
I want to hear, your playthroughs suck. You're boring. It's not. That's the toxic peanut gallery being toxic.
Okay. It's very toxic.
Those are the people who will never admit that I've done anything good. These are the people that will crap on me no matter what. The same people who said, oh, look at this, making fun of Phil playing Doom, when literally that's what everyone did in that room in Doom because it was full of explosive barrels. But you use me as the scapegoat and you take it out of context to get a meme for yourself and get millions of views of clickbait because you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, we played the video of that. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a pretty big fan of his usage of the word peanut gallery.
Yes.
Which, according to Google, is a group of people who are viewed as making unwanted or unhelpful criticisms or comments. But here's the catch. He is asking for those criticisms or comments right now, and people are making them. And then he's like, no, they're invalid because they don't tell me what I want to hear.
Yes.
I think this is like part of his like astroturfing. He wants to believe that he has a wide audience that like support him in a rather diffuse way. Like a lot of people give a little. He can't cope with the fact that he's actually looking for feedback from the 5 people who pay him, and everyone else who comments is not a pay pig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like he has a point when he's saying like the people commenting are not the people I need to hear from, but he can't come out and say, hey, will my whales please tell me what I'm doing wrong?
He kind of is saying that though.
Go ahead.
I'm good.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's like, I don't think he's asking for feedback. He just wants them to tell him why they've not been giving him as much money recently.
That's
He
it.
don't want to like actually take on board advice and change and adapt it or anything.
But it's hard to.
Sorry, here's why I've not been giving money. I'll give you more money for this game.
But you can't say that, right? Like even Philip knows he can't say that. So we're doing this whole song and dance to kind of avoid saying it. So we're just saying like, oh yeah, I know I have all these fans all over the place and they love my stuff. But, can you please... You need to figure this out. Don't say it's because I suck.
Care about that. What I care about is my core audience of people who will come by and actually engage and support me for these playthroughs. So the question is, what's changed?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
So I'd like feedback. I'd like genuine feedback.
False. Wrong. Incorrect. Negative. No. Nay.
What do
also,
I do?
Sometimes not changing is bad. That's called stagnation.
Yes.
Especially if you're in a lively and volatile market, such as content creation, you need to do new stuff all the time and try and be one of the first people to do new stuff. Instead of doing the same shit, and then once it stops working, you ask yourself, what happened?
Mm-hmm. GBRC says...
Especially if you're like
You go, Steve.
If you're in a creative environment, and you could argue this is a creative environment, because there's going to be people who are going to be trying creating things that you're not. So... you want to be creative. You want to be trying new things. You want to take risks. He doesn't.
Mm-hmm. All of this, I know I'm oversimplifying, but all of this, again, which I want to reiterate, is to not change. That's the only thing we're doing this for, is to say, I don't want to change. Let me tell you all the reasons why I can't change. If you think I should change, you're an idiot that should kill yourself. That's kind of what he's saying. GBRC says Phil's Elden Ring skill jump. Phil's Elden Ring skill level jump R2. That's the one thing he's mastered. Let me tell you. CTU agent says, "Who ruined my Subway sandwich?" Tevin. Great song from yesterday.
Yes,
great song.
And I think we're gonna get more collabs from Tevin.
Okay. All right, we'll wait one more year, then maybe he'll be back for the next one. I think
it'll be faster this time. I think he's reaching out more than he was before. So
okay, we're ready.
Get hype.
I did put all the links on the video. If something's wrong with your video, please let me know. But I think all the links are there now. Did my best. Check it out if something's wrong. And Meerkat's working on the timestamps now too, so almost fully there. I'll get the playlist today some point. Iwamoto says, Steve, does he have imposter syndrome or just mega insecure? Which one do you think?
I think he's just mega insecure. I don't think he has imposter syndrome, but there's definitely a
Doesn't imposter syndrome require like seeing other people in a way that is like somewhat like admiration?
You have to be in that crowd, like say you're playing an instrument and you have to know like other people in bands, you have to know other musicians, and you have to be like part of that, and then feel that you're not. So I think.
And so to feel like an imposter, Phil would have to watch and like other streamers.
Yeah, and talk with them and interact with them and be like, oh hey, you're a streamer as well. How do you find dealing with this? Or how do you deal with like copyright strike? You talk about like that industry stuff or that specific area stuff. And I don't think he's
Philip compares himself to his peers, but he's so much different than his peers that that's not uncomparable, right? Like there really is no.
Like if you think about like when he was part of the FGC as well, he felt like he was part of that crowd. He didn't,
but he
feel
wasn't.
Like he wasn't.
He wasn't.
They were rejecting him, but he still felt he perceived himself to be part of that crowd.
And he was, it's kind of weird. He was proud to be a part of the crowd, but also, I guess he just wanted everyone to be talking about him. Like he didn't go about, you could have everyone talking about you, just, being part of a group and you're just accepted in the group. But Philip didn't want that. That wasn't enough, right? So we had to be an asshole intentionally to have more attention on us, because that is a good way to get attention on you, right? Just be an asshole. Yeah. It's pretty easy.
More notoriety as well.
Yeah.
It's Darkside Phil. He's that shit talker,
Because he's such a mark, he thought that every social environment of like friends freely associating with each other needed heels.
Yeah.
Like he just thinks that that's how circles of friends work. You've got to have a heel. No.
Mm-hmm. And being in Street Fighter, being liked just from being good is obviously very hard to do. You can't just decide one day, I want to be so good at Street Fighter that everyone knows my fucking name. Not everyone can do that, and that's the hard path, right? But an easier path to get everyone talking about you is to be an asshole to everybody, because that'll get people talking, and that's what Philip went for. And he did get good enough to place 4th at EVO one time. He won some qualifiers, so he did have some skills, but not the required skills to be known just for being good at a game, which some people did.
Not the social skills. Justin Wong was like not a huge part. He was a huge part of the community, but he wasn't like very active socially. He didn't post anywhere near as much as Phil did.
Oh God, no. Yeah, so, he did not. Yep.
But his skill at fighting games and the fact he's just like a nice bloke carried him through that.
Mm-hmm.
So people respect him in that community because he's also just a nice bloke. It's not just because he's great at games. And he's personable enough and handled social situations enough.
And remember, why did Philip make tophaters.com? Because they made a website called topgamers.com that didn't include him, and that pissed him off enough to make his own website called tophaters.com so he could be on a website like those guys that were on the other website for being good players. Very cool.
Was that the list? Because someone wrote a list of like their top 10 gamers, and he wasn't, and he wrote to them.
Yeah, he wrote to that. Yeah. Clearly, this is biased. Really cool. Yeah, like, the top 10 most influential people like in America or something. Like, if you don't agree, that's like someone saying, okay, I'm not on that list, fuck it. I'll make the top 10 haters of America award show and then make sure you win that. Very cool. Faradox says, oh man, I thought he was saying penis scap. No. He has the J though, so that's the joke. No. Young Beat says he wants to believe he has a wide audience that supports different style games, but he only has a wide wife. Wide perspective on life, I think you're talking about, right, Young Beat? Good comment.
With Claire Obscure, and what do I do with Blueprints? I've invested over 30 hours into each game. I love the games. I feel that the playthroughs are great. So what is going on that I need to change? Do I need to change the schedule? What do I do?
Just give me money, guys. How much more can I say? Just give me money, please.
I honestly don't have the answer.
That's where we're at right now.
But it's frustrating because when I finally invest this much time into games because you guys asked me to. By the way, I didn't even know about Blueprints. Had no idea it existed.
So it's kind of
you
your
guys
fault.
convinced me to play it. I love it. Now I'm at fault for playing it.
Yeah. Now I'm at fault for playing it. That's leaving out a lot of the equation, isn't it, sir?
Every time I play it, the toxic bitches. Oh, why are you playing this? Go away. Come back when there's something that gets your really bad ADD attention span and stop bothering us. Because we're enjoying Blueprint.
Who?
Okay? I don't need to hear the toxic shit. We don't. Okay? I'm just tired of it. Tired of hearing this buzzing that really doesn't matter because those people never support my content anyway. So why do I have to hear it? It doesn't.
The buzzing he's speaking of is not audible. It is comments in chat. That's what he's talking about, just to be clear. Okay, guys?
Tinnitus.
Yeah.
Mean anything, right? Just a bunch of fucking noise to annoy all of us.
Well.
So let's see what people have to say. We're going to do some shout outs here. All right.
Okay. Crash
All
out
right,
does not
this
end.
This is like the first crash out.
Yeah, this is that.
Like
Crash
another
out's not
3.
over. Yeah.
All right. This is pretty insightful. I'm going to read this one. It's a $2 tip anonymous.
Yeah.
And although some of this might seem like it may be insulting or trolling, I actually think it's kind of insightful,
right.
so I'm going to read it.
Let's play a game of how much of this comment does Philip understand game. Here we go.
Okay. Let's see it. You guys tell me if you think that this might hold true. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, please.
I agree. Your passion came through during the Suikoden playthrough or Suikoden playthrough. I keep forgetting how to pronounce it.
Pick a fucking way to say it. Stick to it.
You had knowledge and a natural charisma. The support directly correlated with how passionate that you were for that game and how you connected with it. Your best playthrough in years, in my opinion. Is it fair to say, following this logic, is there maybe a lack of passion or lack of charisma that's responsible for low support games, like, for example, Clair Obscur?
Yes.
It seems like with a game like Truck Sim, although it sounds like it could be boring on paper, it really allows your spice to come through and the support shows. Maybe it's a lack of personality or passion coming through on low support streams. Well, think of it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm playing Clair Obscur, all right, there's a plot and I comment on the plot, but a lot of it is just sitting around watching cutscenes for the plot. And there's not much you can really do about that. That's how the game is unfolding.
Anyone, any comment about the charisma part or the part about passion, Philip? You want to comment on those parts or? Okay, let's see. He's going to comment on them later, I bet.
A lot of it is just sitting around watching cutscenes for the plot. And there's not much you can really do about that. That's how the game is unfolded. It's through cutscenes, right?
And there's nothing I can do about that.
Comment on that.
You can see him mentally loading the next reel into the projector.
Yeah.
Gameplay is turn-based, and the gameplay requires planning and learning the different play styles of each character, which I've done. Like, I've played with every character in the game, and I've learned their play styles. And I even said this on stream yesterday. I don't think there's a single character in Clair Obscur who I don't like playing with. They all play differently, but they're all very fun to use.
Any talk about the passion or the charisma?
So because of that, I'm actually enjoying when the game forces you to use different parties or shuffle the characters around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to the gameplay of Clair Obscur, a lot of it is, okay, here's a new enemy. Let's see what they're going to do. Okay, let me see if I can time this button press to parry.
Just totally ignored it now.
Tap, right? Maybe it's fun when you're facing a boss, facing the same party of enemies for the 5th time.
Just totally ignoring the question now, talking about Clair Obscur.
Style of game.
Okay.
Right? Maybe certain games just go better than others. I would counter that, though.
He was talking about charisma, but
with blueprints. And here's why I say that.
Oh, please.
I actually think that the blueprints playthrough, I have been fully engaged with that game the entirety of the time I've played it. Solving the puzzles, trying to understand the plot, trying to figure out the nuances of each thing that's going on in the game. Like, literally every room.
I'm getting tired of Clair Obscur blueprint shit.
The secrets are being finally revealed. The mysteries are being solved and answered. Why now there'd be a falling off? I'm just as engaged with that.
Go.
Since we're skipping through this, ALT, I sent you something on Discord. Oh yeah, you replied to it. Okay.
Too late. Now we can't edge the audience. Guys, I'd like to announce I am starting a new show that'll be on weekdays every Wednesday. There it is, the Fat Being Fed Show. I have a special guest, Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reed for the first episode. Oh, that'd be a hype first episode. I get 10,000 views live for that one. Kinda Sav is going to get in here too as well. It'll be a hype show. No, it's not true, by the way. This is not true. It's all fake. It's not fake.
I am
Tinkerton
trying
legs.
to determine whether Philip knows the meaning of the word charisma. I'm doing a pig go search right now.
Yep.
And all of the peaks are talking about the dent Lady Charisma.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate when that happens. When you're looking for something and there's a name like that, I know what you're saying.
So he might not really super entirely know what that word means.
Uh-huh.
I think he does, but he's like obviously just twisting it.
Just avoiding
to
it.
be an external thing. Yeah. Because it's like if the issue is like the charisma, then the issue is with Phil. And obviously the issue isn't with Phil as far as Phil.
You know,
it
it can't.
Will is perfect. So
Any option that any option that leads to him being the problem is dismissed and not even not even enters the ear. You know what I mean? Because Faradox says, I think the FBI have a top 10 haters of America. Oh, I think they do have that list, actually. Big ups, Faradox. Kaiser in the house says, my problem is I'm too skilled at games is like a bizarro DSP version of my problem is that I'm too nice. What a narcissist. Yep. The problem with me is I'm too skilled. That is a wild comment. All right, we're almost done with this crash out. Then we have the next crash out. Just show a little bit of the next one. We get to the finish.
Now, as I was at the beginning of the playthrough.
Yes.
So I don't get it. Okay? So here we go. So now, as you can see, all the toxic losers who I said are just wastes of everyone's time are speaking up on Kick.
I see you, Biggs Bunny.
Can all enjoy their nice big bands right now. They can all get.
I see you, Triple P's. Triple P is better than John Rambo. Get out of here.
Band. Gone forever.
Here you go. Bruno Hart says maybe people went on vacation for Memorial Day. Those kind of things, as much as you might want to try to use those as justifications, they've always been red herring excuses. There is no, there's a holiday. Oh, people are broke right now. It's bullshit. If that were the case, the entire industry.
That's not extremely not true, but go ahead.
The entire industry would fall apart. Do you understand?
No, because most streamers, if some percentage of their audience goes on a holiday, they still have, they still have a big enough audience where it doesn't matter at all.
We're talking big numbers versus small numbers. Like market trends are going to be much more like consistent and less swingy when you've got a bigger number of people. When you've got 5 people and 3 of them just happen to have like some family event they're going to on Memorial Day, that's important.
Yeah, if you lose 3 of 5, that's bad. But 3 of 300, well, that's no big deal, Philip. Let's not pretend that's not the case. You know what I mean? But, all right.
And no one would be able to stream. No one would make any money.
That's not true.
It's nonsense. There's no, because don't you know that people were waiting for their tax breaks to come in and then they're going to support you? That's not bullshit.
Okay.
People have money to
Do you
support
remember
what they
when he
like.
was like, people have money because I went to get some really expensive ice cream and I saw other people there.
Yeah.
And
that
they
was
also
the
got expensive
classic
ice cream.
rant.
Yeah. The Cold Stone Index.
Cold Stone.
The Cold Stone Index. You can always tell, no matter where you are in the world, is go in the Cold Stone, guys. And however many people in there, that's how you can decide how the economy is going in that country.
And the size of the
really
tubs.
cool. Size of the tubs, yes. How big they are. Okay, if they're small, that doesn't mean anything.
And they will. There's got to be a correlation that's not, just it's a holiday or something. That's nonsense. Because then you're telling me, every single streamer can't make any money this week because it was Memorial Day. That sounds like bullshit to me.
Yeah, it's those I know people hate on him for the big things that he's done, but it's those small things that make him truly despicable.
Yes.
When he's just so open and honest about seeing his viewers that give him money as a number in a letter on a screen. In reality, those are real people. As low of an opinion as I might have of them, they're still real people. And they can decide to give their money to some other streamer. I don't know why he assumes that they're just going to give their money to him. They can go give their money to Maximilian Dude just because he's more entertaining.
Just one of those. This is one of those cases of things where if you describe it to someone else, be like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty bad," but it's not like a click. It's not a good headline thing that Philip does that's fucked up here, but it's true. That's just one of those things that makes him so unlikable. And it's like, wow, how does this person exist, right? Because any normal functioning human with a brain watching the stream would be like, fuck this dude. You know what I mean? Instantly. That's how you know why his fans are of a certain breed, because they put up with that. Can you imagine me talk like that when you're trying to get entertainment from YouTube? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, But, okay. Before we get to Crash Out 2, let me see. I think he's done with this.
Yes, thank you, Dig McCloud, who is basically being a dark cloud saying, oh, economy is down, inflation is up, everything's terrible. Yes, I heard this a million times. I also heard this during COVID.
Yeah.
Yes, I also heard this during everything. You guys, you're a broken record. No, the point is not that everything is down or more expensive. Yes, you're right. I mean, that's just fucking common sense. That has absolutely nothing to do with people asking for a game, right? Saying they'll support it and then having slow days. That has nothing to do with it. We've already talked about this a million times. I'm not going to waste my time.
Oh, please.
Talking about the nonsense yet again for the millionth time. Because as you know, guys, just so you know, because the economy is down and inflation is up, no one is supporting streamers right now. There absolutely are not any streamers right now who are streaming who are getting insane amounts of contributions from dummies.
Man, you can see this guy has changed a lot through the years, can't you? This is a different person.
None of that's happened.
This was before he met Kat, right? When he was still angry?
Yeah. He's angry at this point. It could be Kat. I think Kat might be here. But anyways, it's around 2018-ish or so.
Streaming who are getting insane amounts of contributions from dummies.
This is the Nick phone era, so it's past 2020. And
okay, so we have Kat.
COVID, so it's definitely past
you're right. You're right.
None of that's happening.
We have Kat.
No.
We're not angry anymore, Wolverine doll. So we're not angry anymore.
Didn't you know there's a giant streamer crash right now? Did you hear about it? It's all over the news.
What the fuck is this?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's this insane nonsense trying to justify bullshit. No, you're an idiot.
Okay.
Completely wrong. That's not what's happening.
Philip, you're the one using a logical fallacy, for fuck's sake.
Go ahead, Meerkat.
Steve.
Okay, go ahead, Steve.
Reductio ad absurdum. It's like the idea that, if this one thing was true, then it would lead to this ridiculous outcome. Therefore, it can't be true. Fuck off. You know the point they're making. Your audience is too small, so 10% of that is going to be way more impactful on your stream than 10% of Max's audience.
Yes. But we can pretend.
The entitlement is global. He doesn't really watch streamers, but he might go to the front page of Twitch or Kick and see how many views the biggest people are getting and decide that's my money.
Yes.
It shouldn't be.
He lives his life off trending and front pages. That's where he gets all the news and information. So when he goes on Kick and sees front page, this dudes with 4,000 views and they're getting money up the ass, he's like, huh? What? They didn't get any slowdown from this? I'm having a tough time right here today. What happened? Huh?
But he sees everyone's money as his own. The Dents, the other streamers, everyone in the world is stealing his money.
Even us. This is how you don't play as stealing content. They're his views, If it
he thinks that.
Detractor clippers, people would be watching him.
Oh, yeah, we're not probably don't have time for that now, but he did say that in his second Crash Out where if there wasn't restreamers, he would have all the views. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not think so. Faradak says, the whole I'm not angry since I met Kat was a way for him to tell us since she has left. Or they separated because he is always angry now. Ooh, Theo theory.
Divorce coin.
When Kat was in the house, he wasn't angry, but now she's clearly gone, so that's why he's angry again. You might be onto something. Holy shit! All right, let's finish. Try to finish.
So a $2 tipper shit.
Please.
Before we move on,
yes.
Notice how absolutely seething and butthurt he becomes and lashes out at anybody who tries, even in a very, very small way, to suggest that someone shouldn't give him money. I remember when Duty was talking to one of those, the Dent of the Week, because now we have those, is the Dent of the Week that gives him a bunch of money this week. And Duty was talking to one of them, I forgot, it was some Kick guy, and he convinced them not to give money to DSP. You rarely see DSP this fucking butthurt and actually mentally completely violated.
Yeah. Saying for some reason that someone can't donate is mortal sin in his chat. That's for sure. Remember when trying to say why it show. Remember he always gets also pissed when you say it shows your information on PayPal and stuff. He will flip out.
Yeah.
Do not even think about that. That's not even fucking true.
Says a lot of these guys are conditioned watching This Is How You Don't Play.
Oh, here we go.
And so if you show a smidgen of competency in a game, they say your gameplay sucks. You can see it in the chat when you play fighting games and you're going on a winning streak. Suddenly, LARPers are asking you to go back to Street Fighter 6 when you're playing this new collection. You're right. Why do they want Street Fighter 6? Because I don't like it, because I find it boring, and because I don't spend enough time on it to beat up the scrubs. when I'm playing this new collection and I'm actually doing well.
Scrubs, then.
I can't beat the scrubs. What does that tell you, sir?
That's horrible. That's boring. No, it's not boring. I'm doing well. And
yep.
Maybe they're asking for it because one of the easiest ways to make DSP mad is to just tell him to play a different game than something he's playing right now.
Yeah.
Pretty
Especially
simple.
if it's like a collection of old games. Yeah, I want something.
you're just a loser.
Okay.
You don't like the fact that I'm good at games. Okay. Face it. I'm actually good at some games. Okay. Not all of them. Most of them I do suck at. Old school fighting games, I'm really good at. Some modern games, clear obscure, I'm actually really good at. The parrying, I've done.
I'm actually really good at it. Definitely. That's when you know someone's good at something.
Some modern games, clear obscure, I'm actually really good at it. The parrying, I've done exceptional.
I just can't stop thinking about like speed dating or something. Sexual intercourse? Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. Okay?
Trust me. I'm actually good at it.
I'm good at most types of intercourse.
No, I just like the idea of sitting down and then going, "Thanks to tell me about yourself." I'm Phil. I'm actually good at some games. Claire Obscure. I'm actually good at that.
Yeah.
You know, old school missionary. I got 4th place. Anal. I've got the timing just right.
And a lot of people want to bring up the video of that JOI video I did, okay? That was like 10 years ago, okay? That was whatever. I've moved past
all the
now.
videos I've done since where I haven't.
Yeah, I used to use a handheld camera. Now I use direct capture. It's amazing.
Full-time variety streamer.
I used to. Everyone told me, stop doing just POV videos. Stop doing POV videos. Then I finally listened to you, and where are you? And I hear you people saying that Pornhub got too big, but that doesn't even matter. You think there's no other porn in the world? What's going on?
Just using Pornhub as a repository. I'm over here on Xhamster now. Streaming, dual streaming on both.
I see a lot of people here bringing up No Nut November as well. You think that every porno company goes down for No Nut November? Please. There's still people making money in this industry.
I'm banning this person. They've mentioned Jerry Pimps. That's promoting detractor content in my chat.
Well, I beat a level 70.
Yes, go ahead.
You guys should stop asking for cream pies. I did a DSP prize last week.
Yes! It wasn't even pastry. I don't know why they called it.
Dungeon when I went in at like level 30. Okay? I'm actually good at the game. Too bad that you can't accept it.
I'm actually at level 69 right now.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Dark Ages, I actually did not suck at. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I was good at it, because I wasn't. But I actually did not I'm actually good at the game. Too bad that you can't accept that.
Okay.
Doom the Dark Ages, I actually did not suck at. Now, I'm not saying I was good at it, because I wasn't.
Okay.
But I actually did not suck
Everyone
at that game.
laughed at me for sitting in the cuck chair from a distance.
Yeah,
but I'm actually good at intercourse, you guys.
Yes.
I have to set up my office this way.
Look, the bedroom was full of explosive barrels. I couldn't go in.
Yeah, everyone played it that way. Everyone was a cuck for that scene, by the way. Everybody, okay? This is hype. Woo, yeah!
What the fuck do you want me to do when you keep putting me in acid?
Why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic?
It doesn't matter how many mouth-drooling idiots
That's
watched a meme on the internet thinking that because they're mouth-drooling idiots.
That's you guys.
I'm actually not bad at Doom the Dark Ages. It doesn't matter what your meme is and what your narrative is that you push. You're still fucking wrong.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter how many idiotic, cackling morons are around you. You're still wrong.
That's us.
And the smart people look at you from the outside and say, wow, the masses really are getting dumber by the fucking day.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that. Yeah. I remember hearing
There's a lot
about
of
this.
people in the room with you now, Philip.
From the outside and say, wow, you're still wrong.
Uh-huh.
And the smart people look at you from the outside and say, wow, the masses really are getting dumber by the fucking day.
Definitely
I'm
nailed
not
it.
actually
But
bad
he wanted
at
to
every
be a
game.
part of the masses.
Yes,
that's
yeah.
just another sour grapes moment because he is forced to be exiled out of this community, then he's looking into this community being like, oh my God, this fucking stinks.
Yeah. Everyone in the main, let's get real. Everyone on Twitter that's in the gaming space probably saw that fucking Doom thing by now because so many fucking million people saw it. And they reacted in a humorous manner because it fucking is. You can go two ways with that if that happens. You can say, oh, fuck, that was stupid. I played it very poorly. Or you can rage and say, all those 7 million people that were laughing at it are mouth droolers. I'm the one that is right. I don't suck at this game. I'm not good, but I don't suck. They're wrong. Yes, definitely.
Game, there's nothing that you can do about it. Kiss my ass.
Oh.
What's hilarious is that there are...
What's hilarious always is followed by something that is the most mundane detail of thing that he has observed ever. Here we go. What does he observe now that's hilarious?
There are tons of game streamers out there
Yeah.
who literally will play a game once or twice to see if it catches on. If it catches on and people like it and support it, they'll keep playing it.
That's wrong. That's incorrect. Catch on for most streamers means everyone's having a good time, right? Streamers having fun with it. Chat's having fun with it. I would be
even if it's a bad game.
Yes,
Like,
I would challenge anyone to find clips of people saying, "Man, I'm loving this game, but you guys clearly don't. I'm going to switch games now, dumb fucks. Where's my money?" There's only one streamer that does that I've seen. Even like Steel Toe and stuff, they just want money all the time. They don't request like, "You guys don't like this discussion right now? Where's my money?" They just like beg.
If it doesn't get any kind of attention or support within 1 or 2 streams, they dump it, and that's their methodology, and no one cares. Everyone's like, that's fine. That makes sense.
Definitely.
But to me, wage quit. What a horrible thing. What are you talking about? Any business that tries something new has a new offering to the customers. If the customers don't actually catch on and buy it or want it, they stop offering it. Right? If you have a sandwich shop.
Uh-oh.
We got there!
And he's that beautiful skip by Memology. What a legend.
Here, it's the actual opposite. Here says that's the issue. Instead of seeing yourself as a streamer, sounds like you see yourself as a business person.
Yes.
It makes it seem like you don't have passion anymore.
Exactly. Oh, this is okay. Sorry, we're probably only going to play this now, but this is so good.
No, the problem is I have so much passion that I haven't sold out, so I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. Okay? Why are there content creators?
So the reason I don't seem like I have passion is because I have too much passion. You get it?
It's
Makes
completely
sense.
looped round into being apathetic again. Yeah.
Yeah. You may think it looks like I have no passion. Actually, that means I have too much passion because I'm not selling out. Okay? Keep that in mind.
Much bigger than me that don't have to worry about this. Because they have 4,000 sponsors. Because
how do they get those?
Shill crap, products, games that are garbage, but they tell you to buy them. There's ads all over their shit. Click here for the referral code. Click here to buy this piece of fucking trash, right? Or
you were doing that.
They've completely.
Philip, I want to direct your attention to below every one of your YouTube videos. Now you have affiliate links to Amazon Prime. I wonder what's the difference there. I'm not really sure, but anyways,
nonsensical. Very toxic content creators that are only there for drama and sensationalist purposes.
Drama queens. He cheered
Ooh, I
again.
wonder who he's talking
He was the
about.
head of the FTC. They said in a press conference they're going to fine you $42,000. Stop it.
So they get the drama views and bait, so they don't have to worry about, actually getting views and support for a playthrough because they're so busy, ragging on people and hurting things all around them,
So
but they wouldn't be doing playthroughs because they're not game streamers.
This is where I think Philip forgot we weren't actively talking about Kino Casino, but he just realized that he wants to talk about Kino Casino. So here we go.
For a playthrough because they're so busy, ragging on people and hurting things all around them, burning everything scorched earth. Doesn't matter. They're just so super popular and make tons of money anyway. I'm not like any of that. Literally, I don't do drama and I don't shill. I don't do the two things that actually takes the soul away from a content creator. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why you see me actually bothered by this. Okay? Another creator would be like, oh, fuck it. Just drop the game. Don't give a shit about it. Right? We'll just go on to whatever's going to print me more money today.
Okay.
On to the next sponsored stream. On to the next paid thing. On to the next. Oh, man, my playthrough didn't do well yesterday. Let's do a big drama video today. Let's rip someone apart.
They're not begging their audience, though, Phil.
He leaves out the part where he begs his audience 100 times a stream, though. And I don't think the other people he's talking about.
Yeah, all the
do
other
that
streamers
part.
who drop a game because it's not getting views, they just do it silently, so you can't make a hilarious video about it.
Yeah, they might do it, but we don't hear about it. Yeah.
I'm feeling that one, so today we're going to try this. Last stream was a bit crap, so today we're going to try something different, you know?
Yeah, that's the
And
maximum
it,
you'll
that's
hear
it.
from them.
Yeah. They, no, we
I
have
also
an-
appreciate
Go
many
ahead.
people that I watch just straight up say, I'm making this video because I think it's going to do good on YouTube and I want people to find my channel. I respect the transparency and I most likely end up enjoying the video anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just. I know you guys that are watching us are smart enough to realize he's doing extremism here by saying, if you don't go the path of Philip, which is begging, by the way, you have to take every sponsorship opportunity you have, and you have to shill and have your screen covered by ads. That's the only way you can do it. Ignoring the fact
it's a logical fallacy again.
Yeah, you know,
making
like
it all ridiculous.
you know, Maximilian dude or whatever has he's shill stuff, but it's literally in the corner in the screen that anyone with a brain can just ignore. And if you're interested in it, go for it. But if you're not, it doesn't fucking matter, because Maximilian dude's not gonna beg you for it. If you don't get, you know, but he's just pretending that people don't know this, because I'm sure some of his audience don't really know that. But go ahead.
Shilling is a very specific thing. Shilling is a very particular thing that applies to a very particular action. And it's very different from if you're using something and you like using it and you can give somebody a discount to buy it, which benefits both of you. That's a good thing for everybody. So why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I'll bet he gets his idea of like Shilling and what it is from all the QVC his mum watched as he was growing up. And so he thinks if you like have to do like a sponsored thing or a, you know, you've got like a product that you want to shill, you've got merch or whatever, you're going to do it like that. You're going to do it like they do on QVC, where it's all they talk about. And it's like, no, most people are like, hey, cool, I've got a merch shop down there. Check out the t-shirt.
That's a good bid idea. QVC.
And he'll
Phillip.
talk that way about things he likes for free.
Oh yes,
like that great nerd review video of DSP the QVC host. That he had to pay money for, and is now hyping up for no reason.
Let me tell you, this stuff is awesome. You know, like the YouTube, all that stuff. He does chill stuff for free, but other people do it to get paid, and they're the assholes.
He's like, I can sync them up with the ones in my computer that you can't see. I can sync them up with the ones in my keyboard that you can't see. He's like down there that you can't see.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
They're all great.
Let me tell you, this puppy, you can sync this to whatever you want. Now listen, now you guys in the audience, you guys can't see this, but you can sync this. That's a great feature. Also, I have a lot of RGBs. Now you can't really guess what the color scheme is, but I can just make up random shit and your audience will buy it. For example, volcanic explosion and red ant attack. They're the same thing, so you can call it whatever you want. It's super cool. Very good creative outlet. Magic Short Bus says, I like Papa Polkast's comment on Twitter about him spending the $1,600 on WWE Champions. It's not like the angel that saved you has a broken PC, right? We do got to get to the 1,600 thing, too. We'll show that real quick. Dissension says, I'm great, but when I'm not, it's not my fault. Now, allow me to present you with the most extreme example that doesn't apply, but I made it up to be right. And that is how Philip handles all arguments, basically, is give you the extreme example that no one with a brain would take as any fact, but there we go. Flowchart Cami says, imagine giving some guy on the internet $1,600 and then within a few hours, that same guy spends it all on something on a stupid mobile game.
Yes.
That is insane.
The horrible, insulting piece of slander that Iron Chef Sakai said before he left has actually played out in real time. He got $1,600 and comboed seamlessly into let's get $1,750.
All right, so I think we're done with this crash out. Let me hear here. This is a good one.
Let's do some kind of big expose. Let's just make, who cares who I hurt? As long as I print money today, that's all I care about.
This is talking to Keto Casino, I think, but...
Sadly, what I can tell you is this, and this is God's honest truth.
Please.
That YouTube gaming videos on YouTube have degraded significantly over the years because of people who make watered-down garbage videos for children instead of actual serious shit.
Yeah, like
that's
this?
That's really what YouTube has become. Crap quality videos for children. Or drama videos, which the kids watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Make no mistake, that's what the kids love. They love drama.
That's not
I
me.
sure hope he never spoke about YouTube while playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds again, because it sounds like that was quite venom-filled.
What do you like? I heard about this YouTube, but like, what kind of person goes to YouTube? I don't know. Does anyone know the answer to that? I don't know. I wish Philip would tell us.
And that's never going to be me. I'm not that kind of person. So it's literally the opposite of what you're saying. The reason that it comes across the way that you're saying is because I have a peanut gallery of toxic losers who spin it that way because they're very jealous of me and they don't like me and they don't want me to succeed. So they have to push it as a negative narrative.
Thank you.
I could use
that. The question was, why does it appear that you don't have passion for this, right? That was the question in the beginning, but yes, it's the detractor's fault.
Actually have done all those other things to be above the level of, gotta worry if a playthrough does well. I could have done all of them, and I would have lost my soul along the way. I wouldn't have had the passion. I wouldn't have had the ingenuity. I wouldn't have had the honesty.
Hasn't this last like hour and a half been about a playthrough not doing well?
Yeah, that's how we started this. Yes.
Also, it's the opposite. Like, the parts of him that get clipped are him at his most energetic and passionate. If you just go on to Raw Phil at a random time, he's probably going to be half asleep and boring.
Yeah. The bulk of the content is when he's not passionate at all. Good point, actually. Actually, not the bulk of it, because he doesn't play games that much anymore. But when he is gaming, doing the thing on the tin, the DSP gaming thing, that's the most boring content on the internet. I challenge you to find something else.
I wanted to do the Stardew Valley thing of like just cutting out all the gameplay and leaving all the menu stuff and seeing how much of like the gameplay took up.
That'd be good.
It's got to be like easily over 50% of Stardew Valley was just him in menus.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, so sadly I'm gonna move on from this one. Let's see. Let him finish one thought. He just keeps going forever too. There's no end.
Had to kiss butt.
Okay, you don't want to kiss butt, definitely. But the second that someone called you king, ironically, you took them to be your best friends for 6 months, and you sent them endless
Talking to anyone
messages.
live, Keemstar.
Definitely.
Damn, I'm impressed. Now spread those cheeks.
You asked for it. You asked for this.
People like me now. They want to come by. They want to hang out with me.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm impressed.
God damn it. That's the fucking best. Yeah, I'm impressed. All right, there's the link. All right, we got to move on. These kind of fadeaway points here now because that took a long time, but it was worth it. Top tier rated. Let's say someone that's been in Philip's orbit for many, many years, since Project 7 times, literally. Brian was a part of Schnozman and Hole Punch. They did games throughout the years, and unfortunately that friendship appears to be at an end because Philip has blocked Top Tier Rated. And the comment that got him blocked was, I could play the classics and still put you in the gulag. They call me DSP. That's funny, you could call razzing comment, was responded with a block. So there we go.
Yeah, that's barely razzing. That's just competitive game community posturing.
Yes. It's said in a funny way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're a gouty pig roach, fuck
to
off.
people on SRK, like.
Oh yeah,
he said far worse.
It's such a nothing statement. But the problem is, as you can see, it's cut off right there. But a certain person known as PWAP, he was responding to PWAP, and I really think that is why he got banned, because PWAP is a dirty detractor. And we know that. That's the guy that finds all my phrases I say wrong. And then we got to delete, then we got to block him. So there we go. Also, in addition to this, 2 weeks ago, remember, someone brought up, you're going to play Street Fighter with the guy you played with before? And Philip said, I don't, who's that? So it's not like he ever cared about top tier.
Oh, Brian, memory hold.
Yeah, definitely. Seriously, memory hold. Next up, I do want to play this. So this
the bus, isn't it?
Here is the moment.
Getting crowded.
Philip received a big tip, and this is his reaction to that.
You're never going to believe it.
Uh-huh.
You will never believe this. I don't believe this, but it's real.
And remember, they talked about this in email before, so Philip knew this was coming. He admits that later.
Okay.
He's just pretending to be surprised.
Are you ready for this?
This is the most DSP thing he could have done.
Yep.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Are you ready for this? I'm warning you. You need, okay, everyone, sit back, relax, be sure you have your pants firmly fastened.
Wait till you hear how much money I'm about to get.
Be sure you're in a safe space.
Like, who does
Make
that?
sure there's no sharp or dangerous objects around you. Okay?
This would also work as a dialogue with
this?
himself.
Uh-huh.
I have just received. Ready for this? This is not me kidding. This is not something crazy.
Get
or
on with
planned.
it.
I had no idea this was about to happen.
Yes, he did. Okay.
I have just received a $1,600 tip.
Okay, so let's check in on TJ Gamebox here. And the same day, $893 gone so far in that $1,600. And you can bet the rest of it's going to go down that same
Yeah,
path,
because we're
too.
we're at the beginning of a weekly event, right?
Yes.
So he's got to keep going.
He got to wait. Yep. So we're going to wait.
I was just about to say as well, there was a bit of discussion about, do we think that's a real tip? Do we, because his reaction and all that, it looked a bit fake, all that stuff. And then I was like, I don't really believe it's a big tip. And then I saw TJ Gamebox and how much spending's gone up on there. I was like, yeah, it was real.
yeah, it was real. It was real. But there we go. Philip, whenever he gets money, it's in the account and out the account just as fast. So don't worry. He'll be back to his normal begging ways ASAP. He was that day as well. He said, okay, guys, we got 1,600. We can get to 1,750. Be really cool, Also of note is the
we had a really good morning
ahead.
stream, and I want to continue momentum.
Yeah.
So let's keep going.
Let's continue that momentum, guys. One other thing I wanted to show you here is this.
Feeling the wild, yeah.
So there is. You can make custom characters in this program, and someone made Philip, but it's not his. It's not his look. It's just his sound effects. So after they lose, it's funny. So this is all the losing sound effects after his character loses.
So retarded. I did reversal fucking ultra. I'm doing it nothing. I get absolutely nothing at all. Fucking horrible, man. I'm so glad I don't take this online play seriously. What the fuck? Who could take this online play seriously? No reversals, no
Keeps
blocking.
going.
It's insane. People getting bullshit wins for no reason.
It keeps going after you lose. That's very funny. Okay, I think that'll do it for the show. There was another crash out, but the second verse, same as the first, to be honest, guys. I did have one.
He's different, you guys.
I'm not saying it's not viable or it's not feasible.
Yeah.
I'm saying, man, it would be tougher because it would mean me having to get savvy on something that I really don't have a lot of time to get savvy on.
I'd have to learn something.
He's talking about emulation. He's talking about
off camera.
Let's talk about emulation.
Emulation. Yeah. Emulation.
He's
is tough.
it's all really fast. It's really finicky, and you have to constantly change settings. And it's like, I guarantee you, right? He mentioned the SNES. He mentioned SNES emulation, and I'm convinced that this is because the last time he emulated something was that time he was having a barbecue with all his mates round. Because he mentioned having a laptop with emulators, and then specifically mentioned MAME for arcade boards and SNES games. And I'm convinced that's why he thinks emulation is really, really difficult, because MAME, as an arcade emulator, it has to emulate a lot of different boards, a lot of different architectures, a lot of very different programming and coding and all that stuff.
Yep.
Whereas if it's a console emulator, it's probably just emulating that console. And unless you've got a unconventional input, like a light gun, for example, most of it is going to be load the ROM, play, because you'll set the controller will work, it'll run fine, because what else is he going to emulate? He's going to be emulating console stuff. So,
it really
making a ROM cartridge might be hard if it had hardware that have to also emulate, but just playing it is super easy.
Yeah.
He also says the FBI might come to his house if you do emulation, guys. So
yeah,
be
of
careful.
course. Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, well, guys, I wanted to play this game today, but it ain't working. Now we got to mess with this for an hour on stream before we can even play, right?
That's what he does every day. So go ahead.
That's
Same as every other stream then.
Number one. Number two.
Yeah, please, number
This
two.
is the
Here we
other
go.
factor.
Here, this is what I wanted to show. Here we go.
Emulation isn't legal unless you already own the game or the rights to the game, etc. Right? So let's say, for example, people are like, will you emulate this game on PlayStation 1? Sure. But technically, it's not legal. Now, I'm not saying that I would get into any kind of problems.
This is all a long-winded way to say I don't want to do emulation. Hold on.
That I would have thousands of people
thousands of people
you
reporting
do
me.
understand.
All right.
Let's do it. Hey, did you know that thousands of people reporting me to various different places saying, hey, did you know that Phil's playing this game on emulation? This could be illegal because he probably doesn't have rights to do it. And that could send people after me. That could send people after my channel. That could send people after, the
Bonnie
business
and Clyde.
at large. There's a lot of risk factors there. And I know you may say, oh,
ALT.
that's just ridiculous.
Yes, please.
How long is this crash out, like, total? What's, like, the length of this video?
Well, this is the second one. I went to the next
Yeah,
day,
but
if
this
you can
one
believe
right,
it.
right. Oh, my God.
This is the
So
second.
that is,
this is an hour.
Like 10 times the amount of time that would be required just to set up an emulator.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the Phillips economy of time. He will spend 10 times as much time explaining why he can't do something than it would take to do it.
Yes. You got it. You got it. You got it.
You do understand
Uh-oh.
that when I was going to play GGPO, which is the way that the fighting game community
Okay, fuck off. I don't care about this. There's a bitch about GPO.
fucking nuts.
Oh, here we go. Fucking nuts.
I would not for a second believe that if I did emulation, that they would go to Nintendo, they would go to Sony, they would go to the publisher of the game, they would go to YouTube, they would go to this.
Okay, fuck off.
See here? That's the podcast. Some games, so yeah, no, it's live.
Oh, yeah, someone tried to bait him because he did take down the video that said, go kill yourself for at least a little bit of time, but now it's back up. So he did unedited re-upload it.
Oh, the $3 tip, anonymous tip. Occasionally on a fighting game subreddit, you'll see someone making a post totally distraught at losing to you.
Okay, this was proven to be fake as well. Yeah, let's see what he says here.
Online, how you're considering quitting the game since they lost to you. Sometimes they even mention watching the detractor vids of you playing, saying said fighting game, and they assume you lose all the time and think you'll be easy. You're way better at fighting games than they give you credit for. Yeah, they're morons. That's what you call those people, morons.
So I found someone found, not me. Someone found. I retweeted it though. Where is it?
Good. I'm glad.
Someone found the message here. It's Twitch Sopa Manx found the actual thing, and I'll show it to you here. So they said it in a very joking way. This is the actual post.
I knew it.
This is the actual post. They said, got absolutely rolled by Darkside Phil in Tekken 8. He was live at the time. I think I just stopped playing fighting games forever, honestly. Clearly, that's making fun of DSP's skills at the game. Because, you understand, wow, DSP, known bad gamer, beat me at a game. I should probably stop playing now. But that LARPer, or whoever it was, sent him that, and Philip took that as a win. Okay, so there we go.
It's like how socially oblivious do you need to be to see that and think it is a genuine statement of intent? And he did, because someone's telling him, hey, here's something that validates one of your delusions, i.e., that you're good at games. So he couldn't pick up on like the sarcasm of it, just like with Kino. He's socially oblivious because he's spent so many years in like isolation. It's now at the point where you can feed him sarcasm and he thinks it's legit.
So there's a lot of funny comments. Someone said here, DSP could probably thrash me in any fighting game. They're not my forte, but I've never masturbated live on stream, so I think I'm still winning overall.
Yeah.
Someone said,
that's true.
Someone said, I snort. I was obviously light years ahead of this idiot, which proves I should start playing competitively again. Someone says, hey now, he was the best American player in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the PS1 in that one tournament where nobody showed up. He's an elite individual. This person says, dude, no worries. It wasn't your fault. There was input lag, drop frames, terrible lag, rollback netcode. He was playing on PC, pattern play, button spamming, projectile spamming. See, you didn't lose. It was actually the game's fault. Good comment there. But anyway, everyone's making fun of him in the rest of the thread. But this is what Philip finds. It's a positive.
Because they just believe everything they're told. I'm actually good at fighting games. You have to understand.
Ah.
There's other people out there who are considered in the same realm as me that aren't good at fighting games, like LTG. Like, he legit sucks.
He's in the lolcow realm, which is why he's brought up when he's talking about you.
All right? 99% of the
Abilene
time.
also sucks at fighting games.
Yeah. You're in the lolcow
Boogie
realm
also
with her.
sucks at fighting games.
Yeah.
Sucks at fighting games.
Quasar953 says, imagine DSP trying to configure retro. That's not happening. Quasar.
The reason he wins is because he finds some abusable strategy, easy mode.
Yeah, yep.
Shit day one. After like a few months of a game, he always sucks at them. Okay? So now he tries to play a fighting game and he loses 80-90% of his matches and everyone laughs at him. When I play fighting games, I literally always win more than I lose. Even in games I'm not good at, like Street Fighter 6, I still win more than I lose. I never have a losing night. It's like it rarely happens. In old school fighting games, I dramatically win more than I lose most of the time. There may be an exception. Like last time I was trying to play P-Groove, which I don't even know how to use. So I had to basically
when I don't have an excuse, I win dramatically, but I always have an excuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there's no excuse for me, I do win.
Groove, but most of the time, if I'm doing something I know about, I dominate in old school fighting games.
Hell yeah. All right, let's end right on that note with that fucking sip. Big ups to everybody for joining us today. Thanks so much for a cool crash out analysis today. Wolverine Doll, thanks for joining us 2 days in a row. Any final words for the beautiful people out there?
Stay tuned. We got more stuff in the works. I will have an interlude for the finals coming up in about a month that is bigger than anything you have seen from me.
Ooh.
Also possibly a DSP iceberg video that I'm going on, like just a primer for all the memes.
Ooh,
that you can show to people who don't understand why you follow this pig roach.
Ooh, okay. Steve of the Dead, please go ahead.
Just wondering, like, if it's easier to understand than our iceberg thing, where we were like, "Yeah, fuck off." We just put these wherever.
Yeah. Big up, Meerkat. Any final words for the beautiful people?
Thanks for watching. Thanks for 8,000 subs. I'll be making things for the King, and I might be streaming soon. I don't know. Stay tuned.
You never know. All right, guys. I'll see you on WPIG on Tuesday. All right, Tuesday we'll be back. You're all legends. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Take care.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while
made you cry with those raccoon eyes? Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
I can't believe you actually drank it. That was my piss.